Hello, Swivel Heads. This is Greg Galson with Green Greg's. Hope y'all can see me now. This is my meeting is now live streaming. It's kind of funny how there's such a delay. I have to cut off my sound on my other channel here. There's always a delay when it shows up on YouTube, but hope everybody's doing well tonight. If you've never joined my channel before or seen any of my live chats, this is a live session opportunity for the people, subscribers of my channel, to be a community, to join with each other and chat amongst each other, because in this day and age we have so much restrictions on gatherings. Well, we have no restrictions here, my friends. So this is a chance to chat. I'll be reading the chat room here in a second, and as I know, I typically have to say something in there just to get the chat started. Oh, Vicky's already in here. Vicky Salvage. All right, so I'll go in here and say hello. So we got 4 watching. Very good. So we're having interesting times here in North Alabama at the moment and across the southeast, all through Mississippi and Alabama. In fact, I don't know if y'all can see what's behind me here. I'll show you in a little bit. So we got, let's see here. Hang on, guys. Yeah, I'm watching the radar here, and I could pull it up on my other computer. I'm right here, right about there. And this is what's coming at us. There's a little bit of rotation right here. I'll show you in a little bit. So there's a little bit of rotation, so I have to keep an eye on it. We are under a tornado watch here in North Alabama. Tornado watch. As long as it don't turn into a warning, that's not too bad. So Michael Bessett, how you doing? Good evening. And Hans Hammond. So Greg, good evening, sir. I volunteer my services as a moderator if you have a need, as I'm retired active duty U.S. Army infantry and intelligence analyst. Oh, we might just set you up for that. Let's just see how things go with the chat here. I already have actually some people complain I got too many moderators. 14 in the room now. So tell you what I might do. I could pull this stuff up on my screen here and do a share screen. The group tabs, what? Oh my gosh. It's trying to tell me something here. Tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to pull up this site here on this computer, and I'll share it with you. Hang on, guys. Y'all can see what I'm looking at in the computer behind me when this stuff loads. It's going to take it a minute so I can show you these storms coming at us. Of course, tons of ads have to pop up before they can tell you that your life's at risk. Don't you know it? Isn't that the way it goes? So it's 2 different radar views. Okay, I'm going to share this screen. Give me a second. Share screen. So this, I am right about, I'm right here where my finger's at. This is what's coming at us. So if I expand this out a little bit, maybe it'll show. Okay, there's a bigger screen of it. So let's put this in motion, weather in motion. Just got to go back like an hour or two and then catch up to where we're at. So you can see again, I'm right about here. Close to there where my finger's at. See what's coming at us. This is still about an hour ago. Hadn't caught up yet. Slow processing. So another map it probably does faster. See, this is what's coming now. It's starting to come over here, back here. I think that goes north of me. There's something else coming back here. Excuse me. This is not showing it too well. Maybe I go to another map. There we go. This is what's forming up. Look how fast this is forming, guys. Here we go. I saw some rotation this a minute ago. Where's it at? Yeah, this thing is just not giving the granularity. There we go. Maybe it'll flow smoother now because it was still loading. So I can see the rotation now. And now it's about an hour ago. It's coming back up. Just this stuff over here is about to blow up and get pretty big. Here we go. Here it comes. Let's see if this thing's rotating some. I thought I saw some rotation. Okay, let's go to a different map. So I'm going to get out of this map. It's another map down here below it. I think might have better granularity. Didn't. Let's just zoom in a little closer. Yeah, that little area right there is what I was watching. So let's get this going, loading. This ought to be a little fast. Yeah, this is moving smooth. You can see this is moving. You can see this rotating. It's got a little rotation, not a fast rotation though, so it might be okay. It's got a little rotation, but it's not rotating fast. And don't mean it couldn't spin up. Now I think that's on a trajectory to go north of me. Yeah, I believe that's going to shoot up this way. So I think that's going to miss me. Yay! It's going to miss me. I don't know about this stuff. So let me zoom out a little bit, see what else is coming. Hey, that don't look too bad. If I'm facing this, if it don't flare up any, I'm doing pretty good. Let's see what that looks like when I zoom out like this. Yes, it's kind of breaking apart, coming my way. Storms part. Alrighty, very good. Let's see who's in the room. Let me go back here and see who's here today. 38 watching. Hi, Connie. How you doing? Sassafras. Hey there. Let's see who all's in here tonight. Who all's talking to me? So if you never joined my channel before, once again, what we're doing here is we're having a live chat amongst friends. This is what we're about here, because in the times of shutdown and telling all these times where people are not allowed to meet and gather, we can do any gathering we want here on Green Greg's chat room. So hello, Patricia. Patricia Sweet. Yeah, okay, Hans. Sounds good. We may just throw you in for that. Let's see how things go. Contrarian Barbarian is throwing a heart out there. Michael Best said, our school system has already called a 2-hour delay for tomorrow. Wow, where you at, Michael? Pete says, hi, Greg, stay safe. I think I'm okay here tonight. The Badger Report. Hey, y'all, just got done building a chicken tractor. All right, with a kiddo. That sounds great. Let's put the chicks out for the first time. That's nice. Susan Hutchison, Granny Atlanta. How you doing, Granny? Hans Hammond, tornado warning in our area. Yeah, tornado warning's worse. Hans, where are you located? Sassafras, Halo Tribe. Glad to see you safe. Yeah, I believe we're safe here. I don't think there's anything to be too worried about at the moment. Wow, is right. That's a big system. Yeah, it's a pretty good sized system. I think it's going to skirt north of me. I can keep an eye on it here, so I can watch it behind me. I can see it rotating on this camera pretty well on this, so the computer's running a little faster. I don't know why. Mainly because that's using. Well, this is connected to Wi-Fi, and this one is straight. Oh, yikes! I'm showing my screen on my screen. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Stop it, share. Yeah, that was a little too interesting, wasn't it? That's what happens when I share the screen of our screen. It's nested like the infinite mirror. Of course, I do kind of like time warps and wormholes, and I really like wormholes, you know. Let's do the time warp again. That was a weird movie, wasn't it? So let's see what else is in here. And Hans says, oh yeah. Let's see, that stormed up 30 inches on Denver. Wow, 30 inches. Ooh. So Connie, you having to dig out? Holy smoke. Yeah, Connie lives in Denver. Fire in the stove. That's a good thing to have right now if you're up there with all that snow. Yeah. Catherine Sigurdrun. I don't know. Oh, happy Patty's Day, everybody. Happy Patty's Day. Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope is not another midnight greenhouse. Right? Yeah, I hope not. Pete, I think we're okay. You know, I got some of most of the struts put back in. I've got video repair of it, but I'm just repair. I didn't actually show doing it. It's kind of hard to do videos when you're working. But I kind of walked through it, you know, before and after. And so I'll show you some of that soon. But the problem is I got to edit it. And anytime I got to edit video, that means it's possible I won't air it. Because it takes time. I'm behind on things, and so you know, we'll just see how it goes. I hope I can get it on here. Northwest Georgia, okay, yeah, y'all be getting some stuff a little later than me, but yeah, y'all probably be clear in the morning because I think all this is coming through pretty quick, unless something else pops up. Don't know. Computer's frustrated me, says Beverly. Yeah, I understand you. Sassafras reminds me of the 90s. Chewy weather. Good to see you still have power. Yeah, I've got power. It didn't wink you out once this morning, and almost did another time. Greg, are you full of beans? Yes, I am actually. Not too full. There's still room. Yeah, there's room tonight for corned beef cabbage and corned beef and cabbage. 30 inches is a terrible march. Yeah, no kidding. Greetings from Maine. There you go. And happy birthday. Happy birthday in Maine. All right, Cassandra, how you doing? Thanks. I'm in a Saint state. Oh, a Saint state. All right. Sassafras red 43 light 23. Oh, 43 and 23 lights. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, guys, we only got 27 lights. Give us some thumbs up. We need it for the algorithms. Homesteading in the heartland. Hey, y'all from North Dakota. All right. And Sweeps is exhausted. Been up since 2 a.m. Cannon. Wow, girl, you busy. That's cool. Canning my meat from my freezer just in case you lose power. Okay, that's pretty smart. You know, a shower though will keep. I'm in a shower. A freezer will keep things frozen for a while if you don't open it. It's good for a couple of days if you don't open it. If you open it, do so briefly. Patriots Day says happy day. Oh, excuse me, Patriots Patriot. And somebody says thank you for wishing her happy birthday. Yeah, I know a couple of people that's got a birthday today. That's pretty amazing, right? Hey, pull my finger. What's up, buddy? So let's see. Good idea, Sweets. Yeah. Yep. Good idea, Sweets. So how's everybody doing out there? All right, so Vicky says, Sass, at least what Greg says is worth hearing. Oh, not like the gas in DC. I hear that, guys. So let's see what's happening here. That system like it's getting a little weaker. Oh, this is quit playing. Yeah, you have to renew this every now and then. Yeah, I think it's playing out. So the good thing about later at night, see, it's 9 p.m. here, 9:13. So as you go later at night, there's less and less energy from the sun. So the storms aren't as energized. The later they come through, the better off you are. The worst storms are those that hit just before or right after sundown, around sundown, because the sun's had all day to energize everything, and that just makes the storms go worse. Stuff that comes through, in the wee hours of the morning typically aren't as bad. But I tell you, 10 years ago on 11 April, we had tornadoes that started first thing in the morning. We had tornadoes all day long, one after another, zing, zing, zing. It was an interesting day. Yeah, they tore this area up. They tore us up around here. There's still places where there's no house. There's just a slab. I can show you. I can take you places where there's a lot of slabs. In fact, where those tornadoes went through. Yeah, that was a sad occasion. If you were in a house and there wasn't a brick or anything left, if you were in it, you're not here anymore. It was a really sad thing. Getting a lot of rain in northwest Australia. NWS. Yeah, I guess it's northwest. North. Yeah, what is that? Shazbot. Tim, 2140. Proud to be American. All right, Tim. Catherine, taking my neighbor to get my finger amputated on Friday. She froze her hands. Oh, yeah. Don't gangrene is set up. A lot of people do that. They freeze their hands, get frostbite. I lived at Fort Greeley for 2 years, and some of these kids would go out and try to build a snow hut in camping situations. They'd get their hands wet, and they weren't paying attention. Then they got frostbite. Yeah, you don't want to go there. That's terrible. It sure is. I'm getting good at it after 16 hours. Getting good to cannon, huh? 16 hours of cannon? No wonder you're tired. Yeah, well done. I agree with Vicky. I agree with Vicky there. So Catherine says, you never know when you get stuck getting your mail. That could happen. Any days always. It's throwing us the shamrocks for St. Patty's Day. Yeah, it's something to have a St. Patty's Day birthday, right? The luck of the Irish. Says if I was doing any better, I'd have to slap myself. I used to say that. I'd have to kick myself. It's pretty similar. Interesting. All right, so let's see here. Y'all want to go back and have me pull that weather radar back up? Should have run an update on it. It's looking like it's still running current. Yeah, it's reloading. Hang on, guys. I'll do another screen share here in a second. Let's go back and look at it. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. There we go. Oops. Need to refresh here. You see, it's kind of faded out now, so it looks like it's losing steam. All this is breaking up, fading out, which means the rain is dropping out. It's probably cooling off. Yeah, this is looking good for us because this thing is losing steam coming in. Yeah, we're still in a tornado watch. Means they're still possible, but this means if they're occurring, they shouldn't be as energetic. There is rotation right there, but it's not a real fast rotation. It's going more into a line now, so I think it's going to start moving as a straight line instead of rotation. Again, I'm right about here with my hands out there. And watch that little clearing movement. Kind of funny. It looks like a one of those little what do you call it? Organelles in a cell, vacuoles, or what do you call them? All right, so microbiology, help me out. So I can expand this a little bit. Maybe you can. I'm not that screen. It don't expand as well as other. It has a better resolution in this screen up here, but that one up here expands better. But this one just kind of see more. Yeah, probably that's a radar right there, I believe. That's on mountaintop of Skyline. That's a mountaintop radar on Skyline Mountain. I used to live right down over here in Jackson County and above Trenton. You can see a house from my house there. All right, so I believe we're out of the woods here now. Now, south of us, I don't know. Let's scroll down. Yeah, there's some nasty looking storms down there. Looks like a little, don't that look like a seahorse? Looks kind of like a seahorse there. What else we got? Yeah, you get down here and they're looking pretty ugly. Look at down in New Orleans. Nolens, holy smoke. Pretty intense in Nolens. Mobile liable to get hammered pretty good, or just north of Mobile. Mobile, my daughter lived in Mobile for about 4 years when she was going to the University of South Alabama. Yeah, they got storms every day down there. Holy smoke. So always a thunderstorm of some kind, but not necessarily tornado activity, but you could get hurricanes down there pretty bad, but not every year. Okay, guys, this is what the storm system looks like overall. Some of it's going into Asheville. So I'd say if you're over here in northwest Georgia, I think all this will be clear. So there's not something else behind it. You'll be good if nothing else comes. So I can open this up and we can see what else is out. Oops, let's go out a little bit and see if there's what else is behind this system. You might get some wraparound. Sometimes these things will wrap around. This stuff could come back at us. So if I go up here and look at the overall forecast, where's it at? I don't know. I haven't been on this channel in a while. Oh, where is the day-by-day forecast here? Oh, well, so much for that. Let's stop the share. Hey, hello. How are y'all doing? Let's go back to chat, see what everybody's saying. Let's see what I missed. There we go. I think that's where I picked up. Patriots, I'm a MC. Like a MC for a conference, an event, an awards banquet. Stacy, Cyril Music and News says, "What's up, Greg? I'm at what's that creek? Uki, UCHE. I don't know how to pronounce that. Uki Creek. Been with family. Just got here. Good to see you. All right, very good. So let's see what else we got here. Hey, Carlene, how you doing? And let's see. So Patrick was an English missionary to Ireland. Well, thank you for that, Vicky. That's interesting. He ran the snake sale, right? Supposedly. Say, I'm a Scot, but bless my kin from across the Irish Sea, says Fresh Red. Well, the funny thing, I got Scottish ancestry, and I had some Scot-Irish ancestry. There were Scotsmen that lived in Ireland. But, you know, a lot of the Scottish actually, it turns out, were descended from Vikings. On my mom's side, all the 23andMe tests come back 100%, Nordic. So, and my dad's had a lot of Scottish blood, so I got to imagine it's somewhat north. I'm somewhat north of 50% in that category. I would imagine. So, Susan, let's see what we can see in here. Patriots says, so we're talking sweeps there. Okay. Everyone is part Irish on St. Patrick's Day except for the Scots. We're always Scottish. There you go. All right, so you're 50 miles north of Mobile. I'm in Columbus, Georgia. Okay, Fort Mitchell right now. Okay. Say history note. Abraham, his wife Sarah, and King David were all redheads. Hey, I know something about being redheaded. And my friend from Maine does too, right? All right, so what else we got in here? Beverly Coates says, my mother's side of the family is Irish. There you go. An ancestry chart. There you go. Any storms in your area, says Keith Evans. Yeah, we got storms all around us here, but they're dying out. And Hans Hammond, Snowflake, Arizona is beautiful. I have an older brother in Tempe. Okay, cool. So let's see, it's pronounced you put the U separate, Uchi Creek. Okay. Uchi. Did I get it right now? Reds are sneaky. We pop up out of the wood pile when you least expect it, says Sassafras Red. Anyway, I'm a mutt. Hey, aren't we all mutts, especially here in the United States? I think just about all of us Americans are mutts. Sometimes you feel like a mutt, sometimes you don't. I think all the Celts are different breakoffs from the tribe of Ephraim. More of them were left in the northern areas of those islands in Norway. Hands, and hands, that makes sense. I'm Danish, Norwegian, Irish, Scottish, Blackfoot, Cherokee, German, and English. Welsh. Wow. Yeah, we're all mutts. So, you know what they say about us redheads. Okay, tell us. So, all right, how many got in the room now? 63 in the room. That's very good. All right, so guys, what would y'all like for me to talk about? What would you like to hear? But somebody asked if we had weather. So I'll do another share here. Hang on, guys. We'll go to another screen share. We'll go back to the radar. I'm going to zoom back in. Show you what we got. It's not as bad as it was. We've been kind of lucky here in my area on this. Share screen. Ding, ding, ding. There we go. So we got a seahorse down here, guys. The seahorse is still there, it looks like. So if I hit the fast forward, though, it may not be. Seahorse. Seahorse starting to fade out, right? So this is around, so I'm located right about here. And all this is dying out here. That's awesome for me, especially it's dying in the middle. As I said, the worst stuff is going north and south. And it's just spreading out and raining out and dying out. So I don't expect nothing much here. You might hear a boomer or two outside. We've had a lot of rain, that's for sure, especially this morning. It drenched us. We had a flood this morning. In fact, I got water. So I'm sitting here I got a tri-level house that half of it's on a cross base and this part is on a pad, concrete pad. And it's apparently got about 3 spots that water's seeping up from. There's a wet spot here and one back up that way. And so I've got water coming in the house down here a little bit from the seepage just because we've had so much rain. So this foundation needs to be redone in some fashion, take care of that. Good drainage is hard to get here because the groundwater is so close where my house sits. So there we are, guys. That's what I'm looking at. It's dying out. Now, it's got rotation. It's going north of me, but it's dying out. So I don't think anybody in this area is in peril. You get down here, the storms are stronger down south. So, if this thing going north of Montgomery, between Montgomery and Birmingham, when you got single little storms like that, they can spin up and do a lot worse. Let's hit the fast forward on that. Well, that's dying out. Yay. When you got a solid line, you're less likely to have spin, those little mesocyclones. Mesocyclones occur more often when the things are broken up like beads. When you see beads come up, that could turn into mesocyclones. I won't be surprised if some of those aren't rotating, like right there, maybe a little bit. So, but we're pretty lucky. See, New Orleans is getting hammered. Nolans is getting it. But we're looking pretty good where I'm at. We've been lucky today. We've missed it for the most part, other than just getting drenched, a lot of rain. So we'll stop this year. Hey, hello. I got a rocket from a balloon and off we go. Alrighty, guys. Let me go back to the chat session. One momentum, please. Bang. Nobody sent. Preacher locked in. All right, good, Granny. Certain words I don't want to say now. Let's see. Yeah, I'm definitely much in hands. Mary Hoos, how you doing? Mary's in the hoose. He says, oh well. Now 68. 68. The Celts were Scythians. Did I say that right? How's the bus going, Greg? Well, I still got it. The battery went dead because I hadn't ran it in a while. Some kids got it and went partying and left the top hatch off. I hadn't found it just in time. It would have rained on my particle board floor and messed it up. Fortunately, I got the hatch shut just in time, but I put a HASS block on the outside, so it's a little while before I went back in it and the battery ran dead on it. So I got to jump the battery off. I got my Betsy Blues in the shop right now. I had some really interesting adventures coming back from Albertville a couple of nights driving without headlights. I got a bad alternator, I think, or short. So I got to call the mechanic and see where he's at on that. I need that truck back Saturday because I need to make another trip. Trying to clear my dad's place out. Counting 75 in chat. We went down a little bit, down to 62 now. Oh wait, the 62 likes. Yeah, we do have 75 in chat. Hey guys, give me a few more thumbs up. It really helps the algorithms. Let's see here. What we got? Oh, yeah, the chat numbers are going to vary. There'll be people coming in and out. Let's talk worms. Oh, so proud I have worms that Greg. So proud I have worms. That's Greg for your videos. Well, there you go. We'll talk worms in a minute. Greg, where do you seek shelter from tornadoes? I jump into my vehicle and drive to get away. It's one reason I'm trying to build a hole in the back so I have a place to go. But right here at the house, yeah, and there's not really, if it's an F5, there's no hope. This house is not defensible from F5. There's no place to hide. The groundwater is too close here. But I got my back part of my place is 10 foot above the lowest point of my place. And I dug down 8 feet, so it should have drained out just fine. But the guy that dug the drainage ditch didn't do it right. So I got to get that fixed before I can really build in there. Here they're goons, says Sassafras Red. Well, there's somebody else in the chat room tonight who likes to talk about goons. Now, who would that be? And I didn't see my friend, New Days Old Ways, talk about the redheads. Did I miss it? What do they say about redheads, New Days Old Ways? Let's see, there it is, what she said. You can read about my family in the book, The Island at the Center of the World. Ooh, epic story of Dutch Manhattan. Forgotten colony that shaped America's history by Russell Shorto. Jennifer Melder. What do you do with your worms and all the rain? Do they get loose? Most of my worms are in sealed boxes. They really can't get loose from. I did have a lot of worms in open barrel halves. And yeah, they would come out bad when it rained. Of course, it was always good if you had the harvest day right after a heavy rain. It made it a lot easier. I have on occasion gathered 20 pounds of worms just crawling out of the barrels. I used to keep them in. Walnut hulls, goons will get rid of them. Okay. Now, when you're saying goon sassafras, what are you talking about? You need a concrete tunnel. My sister is a mean red, says Granny. Well, you know, we come in all temperaments. So I'm a strawberry blonde, so I'm half blonde and half red, right? I'm more of a blondish red. I'm a red who looks blonde. That's what it really boils down to. I've never heard of a mean red. I didn't know my second wife then. She had flaming red hair. It went all the way down to her legs. And yeah, she had a temper to match it, but she hid that till we got married. She kept that thing corked up tight. And that cork popped out of the bottle and woo-wee. My mom was redhead. My mom was very red. But my mom was sweet. Hey, hello, Rustafarian. How you doing? All right, guys. So worms. Let's talk about worms. We only got 69 in the room now. So, okay, let's talk about worms. So this is, of course, a good time of the year to get worms. I'm not selling yet. It will probably be, I've got to redo my website and do several other things before I can sell worms. But I'm hoping to be selling them by after the 15th of April, after tax season. I'm hoping. Don't hold me to it because I got a lot of things I got to jump through before I do that. And so, and I got to get some things set up here. I'm actually planning to go out to Arizona, and I'm going to set up a worm farm out there. I'm hoping to get out there in early to mid-May. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know how, I've got to have some finances in order them to do that. So, which are not in order yet. So just a bunch of things I got to jump through. Okay, New Days always says, what they say about redheads is pray to God that two gingers never collide. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. And she knows why I'm laughing. More than anybody. All right, so there we go. Bouncing over for Diamond. Boom. Diamond starting now. Okay. All right, well, glad to see you. Redheads are the best. We aren't from this planet. There you go. Of course not. We're from Mars. It's all good, says Rustafarian. Yeah, we're from Mars. So redheads, red worms. Redheads are the best, says Sir Bader. Amen. Turn your worms loose and you feel my Uncle Red was baddest. So, Goons R Us is here. That's what we're talking. None of us from here, silly man. There we go. Won't argue with that. Mars needs women, angry red women. Uh-oh. It needs angry women? Holy smoke. Tax deadline extended to May 15th. Is it? Is that a fact? Did they announce that? God, I hope they did. That'd be good. Yeah, I still got a lot to do. A lot to do. Ricky, why let them loose? I just had an email from H&R Block telling me that I only had a month left. So we'll see. Anybody confirm? My goons love their redhead mama, and she is never mean. Of course not. So I've been in trouble with every redhead I met, says Stan. Uh-oh. I don't like folks as stubborn as them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, they did announce that. All right, yay. Cool. All right, guys. Yeah, this year is still not as, this year is still a tough year. A lot of stuff going on. Hands Hamella, you rock, Greg. Thank you. I have copper highlights, and I guess I'm the dark side of red. Ooh. And New Days always says, I'm not angry redhead, just feisty and spicy. There you go. That's the way I like them. Feisty and spicy. All right, guys. Gotta have some fun here, right? I do my own taxes. It's so easy. Randy, it was easy for me until I started this worm farm and until I got zillions of receipts and expenses and other things going on, equipment, amortization schedules and stuff like that. And then it starts getting kind of hairy. I did my own for years. We are not stubborn. You just wrong, says Sasspress Red. There we go. All righty. We're having some fun here. Back to red worms. So, yeah, when it rains, no worm needs to be in the soil or someplace underwater. Worms don't have lungs, so worms can't drown, and contrary to what some people believe. Worms actually breathe through their skin. they take in oxygen and exchange out the carbon dioxide through the moisture in the soil. So they need moisture, but they don't need to be underwater for a long period of time. Because what's thought is probably that carbon dioxide builds up on the outer skin and becomes acidic, and the acid kills them. That's what a lot of people think. We don't know for a fact why worms actually suffer underwater. They can live underwater for a little while, but not infinitely, not a long time. So they really want to get out of it. They'll actually go into water willingly to a point. If they can like dip down into it and get back out, they kind of like that, but they don't want to stay in it. So if the rain gets too deep, they start coming up out of the holes. Red worms are great trout bait. They are. I have auburn hair in summer. Nice red tint. All right, Mary. And Sustainable Stewards. Hello, how you doing? Good to see you here. This is her busy season. She's planting and doing a whole lot of stuff, milking cows and such. Anyway, so back to the red worm. So we don't know exactly, but we think it's the acidic buildup on our skin that gets the worms when they're in water like this. So they'll be trying to come out of their beds. And in fact, if the humidity gets right and they're expecting they're going to get flooded, they may be trying to come up out of their beds anyway. The best thing a lot of worm farmers used to do before rain would come, they would feed the worms heavier, so the worms would stay in the bed for the food. And sometimes they'd put down cardboard and other stuff over the bedding, even though you want the bedding elevated so they won't get wet, but still the worms have a sense that it's raining, and sometimes they'll be trying to get out. My beds, I try to build beds that are tight when they can't get away, but I do have some open beds. In fact, the sled beds are open. I try to cover them with some ground cloth, and I put plywood over it, but it can still get a lot of water in there, and they don't like that. So there's always a risk of losing some worms that way. But you just got to have really good bedding so that hopefully you'll have enough stand in them. Granny Lana, I'm a strawberry red, excuse me, a strawberry blonde, but red, gray, blonde. Okay. Well, Granny, that's what I am. Actually on my driver's license it says blonde, but really and truly strawberry blonde, even though I'm a light strawberry blonde, so my hair looks more blonde and I pass as a blonde, but it's the genes are actually the redhead gene, so that makes me react different, and redheads react different to medicines and the drugs than a lot of other people. So painkillers don't affect us as much. I've had doctors, give me a painkiller, and I would actually feel it when they start cutting. I said, I feel that. I've asked us to see a cyst removed from me one time, and so I wanted to see what was in that cyst. I had my suspicions, and she said, well, you won't remember it. And I said, well, yeah, I will too. I wanted to take it home. She said, now I got to take it for a biopsy. I wanted to check it out. What do you feed your worms, says Jennifer. Well, you can always feed them your table scraps. So here's what you don't feed worms. They'll eat anything, just about it, but you don't want to feed them meat and dairy products, not because they won't eat them, but because it will cause problems in your bed with other pests. Flies and all kind of stuff will go to that, and it'll attract a lot of other unwanted vermin. So no dairy products, no meat. Don't give them any citrus fruit or anything acidic, overtly acidic, like tomatoes, because the acid is what hurts worms. Now, worms actually can handle coffee grounds. There's some literature that says they can't, but I fed coffee grounds to worms for years without any problem. But that does tend to be a little bit acidic. I do go back and dress my beds on occasion with just a little bit of pure crushed dolomite, which is pure crushed limestone. I don't use the garden lime because garden lime is typically hydrolyzed, chemically treated. So you got to really check it to see what you're getting. Pure crushed dolomite's calcium carbonate, but it has a lot of magnesium in it too. So it's really good for the compost that'll come out of that. So it's really good. Granny Lana, my worm beds are not covered in and are filled with, but I never find them dead outside. Okay, that's good. There are a lot of people have open air worm beds just right up to the weather. So that's because we are more attuned with temp changes. Okay. Steppers J, how you doing? Says the red keeps in blonde instead of gray or white because of copper. I have the same copper. Is that what we got? We got copper in our hair, or are we coppers? My skin is red even, rusty, right? Is that from copper? Catherine says, How do worms just end up in your garden when you never put them there? Well, there's worms in nature, and if you've got a good compost in your garden, they may find their way into it. If they do, you're blessed. Not everybody has worms. If you've got them, you're blessed. Be thankful, because worms aerate your soil and produce worm castings, which is the best thing for your plants. Worms even have beneficial bacteria in their guts that, when released into the soil, help break down the nutrients that's already in the soil. Nutrients, let me say that more succinctly, to make them more readily available to your plant roots. So worm castings are awesome. So what else I'm saying? Granny says, Greg, love your hair, beard, and laugh. Well, thank you. Worm trivia. Nothing is the same. Worm trivia, and you got the, what do you call them, Maury heads from Easter Island. All right. Sweeps and mother-in-law as a friend is a gift as well. Okay, yeah. And when they're a friend, hey, you know what? I got along with my first mother-in-law probably better than. In fact, when her daughter started doing stuff, she told me, she'd take my side. My worm beds are inside. There you go, Granny. That helps. We are putting in fruit trees, brambles over our annuals. Okay. Copper from potatoes? I don't know. Sweets, maybe sweet potatoes. Do sweet potatoes have more copper in them? Let's see. Is that why I keep turning green when I get wet? Could be your attitude, Is that why some redheads have green eyes? Robert Wilson. Hey, Greg, I'm late. Can you start over? I'll just rewind after the show, of course. I got 78 in the room now, so we're coming back up. All righty. So that sound amazing good, says Vicky the Sweeps. Okay. And Sweeps, I know the Irish have a black circle around the iris because of sulfur from potatoes. Oh, really? Interesting. Yes, worms are essential to plant life. Yes, they really help. All right, sustainable microbiome soil is directly linked to the microbiome in our gut. Bing. Yeah, and you need a good microbiome in your gut. Worms are key to this. My gut issues are being healed from my passion to redeem my soul. There you go. Good soil's living soil. Guys, any book on organic gardening, first sentence in the first paragraph should be, good soil is living soil. If it don't say that, you'll just throw the book away. How can you have a good book about organic gardening? Don't start out with the single most basic truth of organic gardening. That is it. Good soil is living soil. And we kill our soils. What do we kill our soils with? Would you believe fertilizer kill soil? Yeah, fertilizer. People don't think about that. Yeah, when you think about the poisons, like the pesticides and herbicides, but fertilizers too. All this artificial stuff we do, the soil kills it. My worms love melons. Oh, yeah, worms love melons. Melon rinds, melons, cucumbers, bananas. And he loved bananas. A worm was the first bug I showed my kids. Brian, how you doing? I feed worms, same thing I feed my chickens. Yeah. Well, actually, I do too. One of the things I feed to my worms is hen laying crumbles or chick starter feed. I get the non-GMO chick starter feed, which is basically corn ground up real fine. And I sprinkle it over the bed, and I just sprinkle water over it to moisturize it. If I treat with pulverized dolomite, limestone, I do the same thing. It's light dusting and then sprinkle water on, just enough to moisturize it. Blue Bottle Bunny Farm. Hello, Gregor. You being safe? I reckon so. How about you? I think it's stormier down in Birmingham than it is up here. Okay, Sweeps. That's funny. Yes. Interesting. That would be a good title for it. Rastafarian. Well, thank you, sir, for the kind donation. 1.49 pounds and a pony. And a unicorn pony, I should say. Unicorn. There we go. All right. New day as always. Greg, that is for sure. As a redhead, I can't take prescription medicine. That's why I've been making my own for 35 years. Yeah, we're very susceptible. This stuff don't work for us. Like I said, I've had operations, and I've been in for colonoscopies, and they told me I was going to forget it all too. And no, I remember every minute of it. Every minute of it. Not exactly what you want to remember, but I do remember going in and looking at this cabinet they had on the other side of the room, this big glass case, and they had this big snake-looking thing going, cabinet, you know, a big black core, you know, hose pipe looking thing, a little too big, with a power head on the end. I looked over there and I said, that's some formal weapon you got there in that there gun cabinet. And then all the nurses just busted out laughing. It's like, yikes. Formal weapon you got there. Night carrier. Blue bottle bonfire. I got boatloads of wild worms. All right, well, you're blessed. Count your blessings. All right, Rochelle Marino. Hi, Greg. Happy St. Patty's Day. Well, happy St. Patrick's Day to you too. My cardiologist has a bottle of my hawthorn tincture and keeps it on his desk. We traded his script for nitroglycerin. Once he looked up properties, oops, almost lost it, scrolled up. We can go back. Of hawthorn, he agreed I could use it. Nice. See, that's one of the things that you days always, oh, what did I do here? Open and lose the chat there. I just hit, it's showing all the code here. Dadgummit. Hang on, guys. Now the chat's coming back. Actually, I hit the wrong button. It started showing me the all the code for the website instead of seeing the chat. Granny, I'm allergic to almost every med on the market. Wow. Well, you need to look more in the herbs. Now, you days old ways is really heavy into herbs and herb treatments. So was the lady I had in my previous video, Gil Angeles, Rainbow Fruit Rocks, and we're going to do an interview next, probably in about a week or so, with another lady who's got a huge directory online of different herbs and treatments. So that'll be interesting stuff. I guess you can look up. That'll make it good. Brian, pull sand. Brian, what are you doing? Pull sand. Actually, sand is something you want to give worms too, because worms have gizzards. Worms actually need a little sand, a little grit to grind their food up. If you don't give it to them, they won't survive. They got to have it. The babies won't, if you get adult worms, they'll live out their lives because they already got the grit probably, but a baby worm don't stand a chance without a little bit of grit. I have a cabinet full of medicine, but it comes from the creator, not pharma. So that's fresh right there. You go. There you go. And halo. Yeah, let's see. I was told once that if you're lost, eat what birds eat. After listening about worms, I like worms. I make tinctures with vodka, says Granny. Okay. I misspelled soul and soul until I realized I was right spelling soul as soul. There you go. Like I said, good souls living. So how the frogs sound? They're sounding pretty good, but it's stormy outside right now. It's been raining. We got more coming. So I thought I'd do this session inside tonight. I cured my own cancer, but I cured my own cancer, but seen her, I'm interested. Okay, so Granny has got a granddaughter she's taking care of, Kaylee. Did I get the name right, Granny? And Granny's granddaughter has got cancer, and we've been praying for her at the end of several of our sessions, and we need to do that tonight too. I have a cat about to drop kittens. I'm sitting with her now, says Ellen Story. Well, that's cool. Awesome. 100 proof, always. We make fresh root tinctures with 192 proof. All right, so that's fresh. Medical schools, according to Vicky, are funded by, oh yeah, they're under Big Pharma. Listen, guys, you know who started the Big Pharma? Who started the AMA? Who do you think? There's a quiz right now, so who can get that? Who started the Big Pharma? Who started the AMA? Think about that. Let's see what y'all come up with here. 82 in the room now. All right, very good. Thank you. Now we got 103 thumbs up. Appreciate it. If you're new in the room, you have it. Gave us a thumbs up. Yes, Kaylee. Thanks. Yeah, we'll be praying for Kaylee tonight. Liver failure takes red rice yeast. That helps with liver failure. What about those folks that's drinking alcohol too long in their lives? Will that help them? St. Patrick's Day kittens. Well, those kids are going to have birthdays shared with somebody else here in the room. He likes to go by cat sometimes, although her pets are two ginormous dogs. 300 places in the Bible that talks about using herbs for health, well-being, and oils are mentioned in 178 places in the Bible. They're good enough for God, they're good enough for me. That'll be a song. If it's good enough for God, it's good enough for me. There we go. That old vampire. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Sweeps. You got it. Bingo. Bing. You get the gold star, Sweeps. Exactly. The Rockefellers. J.D. Rockefeller. Yeah. How about that, guys? Man, Sweeps, you're right on top of it. They had the oil business. They want to have a use for their petroleum. So they wanted to shoot just petroleum into you and make you take petroleum. So they come in petroleum chemically derived derivatives. So they came up with a big pharma, and they created the AMA so the schools would push their junk and drive everybody outside of business. And they got all these laws passed where you couldn't say that things would help you, like herbs. Oh no, you can't say that. No. Oh well, maybe we went too close to that tonight. I may get in trouble now on this video. I hope we didn't do that. I hope we didn't get too close. We didn't say it actually. Did we? Yeah, we gotta watch our language, guys. Big Pharma also funds FDA and CDC. Yes, Vicky, that's true. I missed your question, Greg. Oh, the question was, who started Big Pharma and the AMA, the American Medical Association? Later, Dagger says, how you doing? My brain cell is working tonight. Your brain cell was firing. All right. You got that right, Sweets. Me and my doctor traded herb recipes. That's cool. That's cool. The old brain cell. There you go. Waste byproducts made into medicine. Well, you know what Rex always tells us aspartame is? E. coli feces. Yeah, let's get some E. coli feces. That's sweet. You know, those artificial sweeteners never taste sweet in my tongue. I don't care what they're made of. They just, there's something about them. And I'm glad, you know, artificial sweeteners are not good for you. Make them think it's going to help them with weight. They don't even do that because this makes people want to eat more other stuff. So they don't help out. In fact, they hurt you. Stay away from them. All this chemical junk. Chewyweather. Nathaniel Smith Davis started the AMA, was elected president. Yeah, but who funded it? Who was behind it? Golden seal root for diabetics. Okay. Fluoride was first used as rat poison, says Vicky. Yeah, I believe you're right about that. And they put it in our water nowadays. Rex is correct. That's correct. There you go. Amen. Genetically modified E. coli feces. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Of course, he tells us what's that color, the violet or purple that becomes the food color, and it's really a bug's anus. Yuck. Yep. Yeah, fluoride. Yeah, we don't want to use that stuff. Yet they put it in our water now. Stacy, 100 proof works well. Okay, just have to keep the alcohol percentage above 40% to keep it from molded. That's right. That's what the alcohol is for. Cowboy Roy Rogers, how you doing, buddy? Was it the global bankers that started? Yeah. Well, actually, Carnegie is involved. Well, Rockefeller was the main one behind it. Now, Rockefeller didn't directly start, but Rockefeller's running the oil company. But he was behind it. Carnegie, I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't involved. Fluoride is the product of aluminum. Yep, it's a byproduct. So all this aluminum processing, they have to do with it somewhere else, and now they put it in the water. How's your greenhouse? Well, I've worked on it. We've got it almost fixed up, and it's staying up to the rain right now. Green Greg's a good guy. Thank you. What's the FBI stand for? All righty, guys. So let's see. Look at what margarine was originally made for. That would be an interesting question. But you know, margarine's full of those trans fats that are really bad for you. They cause free radicals in your cells and promote things you don't want inside of you, basically. Like if you get a lot of free radicals, it can cause genetic damage and cancer, right? So sassafras red, thank you, says Stacy. J.P. Morgan, yeah. J.P. Morgan, J.D. Rockefeller, Carnegie, yeah, they were all in league there pretty much. So, Cowboy Roy Rogers says, wore out. I barely got home because I was working on the truck for 3 hours. Still needs to go to the shop. Yeah, he drives a truck. You can't really tell it from his little logo on his name, but that's actually a truck in the middle of it. Silky smooth hair. Greg, what's your secret? Oh, what's the secret of my hair? I have fine hair. It's just the way my hair is. It's just my hair is fine. But I do use a little bit of I do use some conditioner in the wash just so it don't all tangle up so much. Vicky Savage says, I recall Rockefeller family has been involved in international banking. Oh yeah, they're blood brothers to all that. Definitely. Well, actually, as you know, David Rockefeller was head of the Chase Manhattan Bank. He was head of Chase for a long time. Chase Econometrics and all that good stuff. Yeah, he was also honorary president of the what do you call that? The what's that big think tank that almost everybody in Congress, everybody in the White House has been a member of, the Council for Foreign Relations. He was like the youngest president, and he, along with Zbigniew Brzezinski, and also President Carter, founded the Trilateralist Commission, as you might know. And also David Rockefeller was behind Rastafarian. Well, thank you. We got another super chat from Rastafarian. Awesome guy with a diamond. Awesome. So, you got a question, Rastafarian? Ask away. So, J.D. Rockefeller was also the behind the foundation of, it happened at his estate, the Club of Rome, preaching limits to growth. We have too many people. Well, if you watch my channel, you'll know that's only believed by the sheeple. But if you believed in the steeple, you would know there's not too many people. And I show that with my habitat design. You know, God's created everything we need for the people we have on this earth. You just got to know how to use it and how to put it together. All right. Sass Red says, in case y'all didn't know, each and every one of you are awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah, fantastic humans. Each and every one of you. You got that right. Thank you, Granny, for saying hit the like button. Ellen, you're right, Cowboy. Yeah, let's see. So Cowboy, Roy Rogers, and Stacy Savicki, who are all in the room tonight, and myself are all founders in this Freedom Restoration Foundation. You know what, guys? Maybe I'll do a share on that. Hang on, let me pull that up in case y'all hadn't seen it. Boy, this might really get me kicked out of here, right? Give me a second. I gotta pull this up. This should have been in my. Well, when I type this in, it'll come up automatically as many times as I've in it. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Hang on, guys, we're about to share it. I love Greg's poem says, Charles, hey, this comes naturally, you know. It's a Woden thing. Poetry. You know, Woden was a god of poetry. Do you know that? And agriculture. A lot of people didn't know that. Michelle Cole, cocaine that used to be in Coke. Yeah. And no kidding. The truly dangerous people are not the 1%, but the, yes, 0.001%. Amen to that. So they're talking about taxing the 1%. All they're doing is just knocking things down. I like Earthship, says Z. I got something that goes beyond Earthship. Should we show it again? Hang on, guys. I'm going to do a special video. So let me do a share here in a second. I'll get off this screen. Dun, 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 dun. I told y'all it was coming. I did a video on this just the other day. And here it is. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. See what it says? We got actions here. All you got to do is click the button. Tells you all about it. Tells you who to contact. Tells you who the bad boys are. How about that? Bad boy, what you gonna do when they come for you? When we come for you. All right, so yeah, so it talks about the various bills, direct links to them. And because we right now have somewhat less than 100% faith and confidence in the government federal, we're getting involved in this. Doom, doom, doom. There we go, guys. Yeah, it'd be bad if they give me a copyright strike for humming a song, right? Of course, I could definitely contest that. But don't this look just totally threatening? How about her smile? That last picture's somewhat threatening. Yikes! What you can do, guys, nationally, locally, and personally, check this stuff out, guys. How you can help, how you can join, stuff you can do. Action Center. I'm gonna tell you what. There's no website that has the kind of content we have in our Action Center and in our resources page. Because this goes great detail to tell you how to track bills at the national level, at the state level, how to contact state legislators. Tells you how to find out who your congressional representatives are, senators, how to send an email, how to call, write, what to say, also what not to say, right? What to say on the telephone. And then here's all these websites that help you track bills and contact. Find bills. Kind of go over that again. For some reason, here the picture's colored and that cute, like a sunset or sunrise. Looks more like a sunrise, don't it? The resources page. Guys, this page here, all you got to do is click on here, and each one of these have hundreds of bills. Well, dozens, okay. Tells you all these are active bills right now. You can go in here and look at these and see what the bill number is, who the sponsor is, a summary about it, when it was introduced, the status of it, who the sponsor. Again, when you got a lot of sponsors, that's when this bill is getting a lot of traction. That's when you got to be careful. But you can watch the progress. Of course, you can go to that tracking site and track these bills and see how they're moving along. So there you go, guys. I don't know any other website listed kind of content and how to take action on it, how to find content on your own, and actions to jump on, the things that we think are the top actions, what's going on. Resources, that's this page. Hall of Fame. Yeah, we're asking for nominations for this. We thought about doing a Hall of Shame, and we may still do one, but we got to be careful what we put on there. Tells you how to contact us, to volunteer. And we're doing states also, and there'll be more of these in the future. We'll probably have one tab for states in general down the future and just have a bunch of sub tabs. Arizona. So we got an active group in Arizona. And we should be doing this for all states. As we grow, that's what I expect, guys. Look at this. Guys, just tell me who else has got this kind of website. And this is new. We're just getting started, guys. This is basically a sanctuary state bill for all intents and purposes. So we got all kind of stuff up here. Let me stop this here. If I can get back to my button up here. Hello! Hang a rocket from a balloon and off we go. All right, let me go look back to the chat room, guys. See what you guys are saying. See if you guys are liking what I put out or going, oh my gosh, Greg, don't ever show that again. That's horrible. We'll see in a second. It does wax a little bit on the political side. Guys, we got to take control of our world, right? Let's see. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay. Basis is it storming there yet? Well, I've showed a radar a few times. I'll show it again shortly. Oh, my screen back there winked out on me. I got one beside me here. I'll do an update on that. Make sure something crazy is not happening. And we'll go look at it again. But I don't hear much outdoors right now. I got 2 feet of global warming powder 2 days ago. We're in Colorado. Mr. Jammin' John Yavo. Did I say that right? Jammin' John Yavo. I don't know if I said it right or not. Evo. Catherine, if you have change in a jar, you are one of the 8% richest in the world. Wow. Well, you know, most of the world lives in poverty, guys. We Americans are truly blessed, and we forget. Freedom truly is at risk of being taken. That's why we're doing this, Stacy. Granny Land, I found your page, Greg, is set up nice. Patrons, go to this page. Thank you. Thank you. Share it widely. Ellen Story says, dang it, autocorrect did it again. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's an interesting thing to do to coding. Well, who's right behind autocorrect? Lacey Overball. I was just looking at the weather and I wondered how about you, wondering if y'all stay safe during this crazy storm. Yeah, I think we're good. We'll go back and show it on the weather here in a little bit. Ellen, it's because our phones are made in Chin. Yeah. Yeah, this daggum autocorrects are a little too interesting sometimes. I want natural cow milk. Hey, when I was a kid, we had our own milk cow, and when I was little, my brother used to milk it, and I'd go in our corn. We had a log barn. He'd milk it in the hallway of the log barn. I'd go stand in the corn crib with the log barn. So just one wall of logs between us, and was cracks between the wall. So my brother would always try to squirt the milk at me through the cracks. And I'd try to catch it in my mouth. That's the freshest milk I ever had. And it was all right as long as the milk didn't ricochet off one of the logs and pick up a little dust on the way. Let's see here. What we got? All right. Yep, Brian. There you go. He's a Christian. So am I, says Brian. There we go. Now, cheese is a lot harder to find, isn't it? Especially good cheese. Yeah, good cheese is expensive. Worth the money, says Stacy. Amen to that. Buttermilk. I can't afford Walmart cheese. You know, who wants it? And now Sam's Club has some pretty good blue cheese from the Amish, and I get blue cheese and goat cheese there sometimes. Feta cheese, I should say, right? Everything's better with feta. I spend top dollar on cheese. Amen for that, Mr. Ace. Sassafras Les. Oh, Lord, roll buttermilk biscuits. Oh, Lord, won't you get me a buttermilk biscuit? I love cheese just a little pour. Here we go. Hello from Toronto. All right, living in left field. Back after a moment with Diamond. Well, how was Diamond? Is Diamond still on? Stacy, I love good cheese. Freedom isn't free. No, it's not. Taz Country, how you doing? Charles, definitely interesting. Hey, we got 92 in the room now. We picked up. Thank you. Rick Ryan says, how's Spring Greg's greenhouse going? Going well. Yeah, I got to do a video on the repair, which is still, we still got one piece to repair. Most of it's done now. I got to go. Notice from Diamond. I got no notice from Diamond. Oh, you know, I didn't either. You guys know if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it at 9. If I'm going to do a Woden session, it's at 9 because that's his number, 9. But 9's a little early for me sometimes, you know, and I do miss getting out. You know, my regular videos usually do me a little better on the money wise than live chats. And live chats sometimes cost me subscribers. But my live chats lately have been doing a lot better for me since people have been chipping in more with the super chats. It's really helped out in that regard. But my overall revenue from the channel is way down right now. And see, I'm using that to try to finance setting my farm up and taking care of some business that needs to be taken care of, especially, yeah, it all goes in the farm. Everything I get, every penny is going into my farm. It'll be going into the operation out in Arizona. And I got to get to the point where I can build this habitat, guys. I just spent some money on some uh, architectural drawings. Granny Land says, Greg, I basically don't go to my social media, but need to set up a page to share. There you go. Living in left field. I know too many who don't seem to know how to cook. Hey, now I can cook. That's one thing I can do. I hadn't done much cooking in a while, but I can because I was a Mr. Mom for a few years. I raised 2 kids. Plus, I learned how to cook biscuits and gravy when I was a kid. I learned from my best friend who was a little bit younger than me. He learned it from his grandma. So she turned him loose in the kitchen when he was like, 8 and 9 years old. Of course, he made a mess. She didn't mind it though. She wouldn't say nothing about it. She'd go in and clean it up later. Boy, he threw stuff everywhere. So they're milking cows and making sausage. Says Cowboy Rogers. Cowboy Roy Rogers. Ellen Story. I'm pretty sure the autocorrect has a targeted algorithm on it. I don't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that. I don't know concept of baking or preserving. Oh, yeah. Well, preserving is a whole nother skill upon itself, right? Coal. Oh. Blue cheese. You know what blue cheese is good in? Try a little bit in scrambled eggs. Scramble some eggs and throw a little blue cheese in. See what that does for flavor. I love it. Greg, are you tracking the meteor? Oh yeah, we got an asteroid coming. Or we might go to that page tonight and check some of that out if y'all want to. There are no illegals in the Creator's creation. Well, not to him. Hey, all thing that's illegal is sinning. But he'll forgive you if you don't commit. There's only a couple of unforgivable sins. Well, suicide, because you can't ask for forgiveness afterwards. And don't speak ill of the Holy Ghost. Don't even dream of it. Did someone share the YouTube page for Diamond? I'm unfamiliar with the channel. Okay. Hey, I'll go there, guys. Let's go to Diamond's channel. Give me a second. I got to go to my channel first because I got links to them. All right, let's do a share screen. Here we go. We're going to go hunting diamonds. Diamond hunting. Jason Neighbors, he's in here a lot. Look here, he's live right now. Jason usually does his session before mine tonight. He's going on. That's why he's not in here. He's still live. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's a whole other box. I didn't mean to go there. Yeah, I got some interesting stuff here. Here we are. Here's Diamond. Oppenheimer Ranch. Oh, come on. Why aren't you going there? I'm clicking on it. He's not live right now, according to this. Come on. Oppenheimer. There we go. It's coming up, guys. Oppenheimer Ranch. There's an Earthship. That's not the Earthship he's building, though. It's another Earthship. Here we go. Diamond. Opium lettuce tincture 3 years ago. Yeah, I've done some wild lettuce medicinal videos. Or one, I showed 5 ways to use 5 different forms, I believe, of wild lettuce. I believe that's what I did. It was like 3 or 5, but 5 different ways to use it. But now, if you really want to see all the videos on the channel, the playlist don't always show you the latest stuff. Like that's 2 months ago. It's not his latest thing. That's 3 days ago. If you want to see all the videos, he has obviously not added them all to his page. So just click on videos right here. Bang, click on that, guys. And it will scroll into and show. Well, they hadn't caught up yet. There we go. There's his, 3 days ago. Okay, he hasn't posted it. If he just had a live session, he's not posted it yet. So there he is with Rex. Boom time. There we go, guys. There's David Devine. I've had David on my channel. I need to get him back. Frozen Texas. Texas in the Nexus. There's Al Gore and a block of ice. There we go. Jake Angeli, I did a video on him. So this is the kind of stuff Diamond's got on his channel. If you're not subscribed to Diamond's channel, go there. You can go there now. Oppenheimer Ranch Project. He's also got another channel that's what do we call it? It's not right here. I'm subscribed to it. It'll be down here. Global Witness, Sausage Farmer. Oh, come on. What is it? It's magnetic reversal. We'll type it in here. No, what's not coming up here? Check this guy. Here's one of my favorite channels. I get a kick out of this German. His channel is the Slingshot channel. This German gives me a kick, guys. He's funny. He does slingshots and crossbows and basically almost automatic crossbows. And he laughs too. If you like my laugh, you'll like his laugh. This guy's a character, man. He has a lot of fun with his channel. George Sprague. All right, so let's go look at magnetic reversal news. REVR. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Magnetic reversal news. Did he? So everybody tell Diamond I'm on here promoting his channels. Because he definitely sent me a lot of you guys. What is going on here? Here we are. There it is. See, I'm subscribed to it. And I bang the bell. Always subscribe and bang the bell. Come on, why are we going there? Here's another channel to go subscribe to. How come you don't have my channel there? There we go. So he just posted this 46 minutes ago. Fractal Frog. Content creator's dream. Well, I have to go back there and check that video out myself. That sounds interesting. Fractal Frog. We know I like frogs. Let's see here. Hey, I like this this little Indian lady here that comes on this channel. Man, she gives you the straight skinny, especially on chin. This is another channel I like. Yeah, she's really good on spanking this guy right here. And here's our buddy, Inventor Lee Wilbarger. Y'all haven't checked him out. Well, so they don't want to go around too much. Okay, we're going slow here tonight. I'll show you another interesting. Of course, everybody knows Rex, don't you? I see there's a certain family of channels. We all kind of orbit around each other. Inventor Lee Wilbarger, Rex, Diamond. Let's see. Although some of us aren't connected through that, like that. Let's see. Where's now Rex's channel? Should be at the top of my list. Where'd it go? There it is. Let's go to Leap Project. Yeah, check his channels out, guys. Give him a subscription. Bang the up notification bell and click off. If you're not subscribed to my channel, do the same thing. Bang the update notification bell and click off. Now, Diamond and Rex has a lot of fun. Rex gets into all kind of esoteric articles here. Really interesting stuff. So Rex is entertaining. Rex is a great guy. He's a good guy, man. I tell you what, he's got a heart of gold. Rex does, and he's got a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy, and he's fun to watch. He's fun to be with. Every time I do a video with Rex, it's like a party. We'll be talking about doomsday, and we'll wind up laughing, cutting up. I tell you guys, never panic. Never panic. Never panic. Okay. Let me go back here and just, I don't want to share that. I better stop the share before I look at the chat, or we'll get this infinite reflection. So let's see what you guys are saying now. You wanted to see about somebody ask about Diamond, so I showed Diamond. And I promoted these guys. Nicole Parrish is in the room. Thank you, Nicole. We still got 98 watching. That's good. And Granny says, forgive. Amen. You know what? Listen, guys, if you want to be attacked by your body, if you want to be attacked by autoimmune disease, hold grudges. Have you noticed that people that hold grudges and are always negative get attacked the most by autoimmune diseases, cancers, and things like that? That's why you got to forgive, guys. It's what the greater creator expects. I mean, how can you expect him to forgive you if you can't forgive others? And none of us are beyond needing forgiven. None of us. None of us are perfect. We all have our flaws. And we go to him only through his grace. Only through grace. And to get that grace, you got to be forgiven. How can you be forgiven if you can't be forgiven? Forgiven. You have to be forgiven. Be forgiven. There you go. Get that? You got to forgive. It's good for you. It's good for your health. It's good for your heart. It's good for your soul. It makes you feel lighter. When you're always in anger, yeah, your energies are just way off, guys. It's not good for you. Not good at all. So let me scroll back up and see what folks are saying here. Most insane believe in God, says Tico. Uh-oh. Okay, Tico, what's insane? All right, wow, I missed a lot of notes here. He says suicide. Well, I guess that's that. Yeah, no kidding. Keith, Diamond's channels are the best. Well, I hope you like mine too. Biscuits and gravy is a meal in deep East Texas, says Cindy Short. So is peanut butter spread on an apple or banana. Hey, how about peanut butter and mayonnaise pineapple sandwiches? Try that. People up north going, ew. Of course, I love banana sandwiches. Yeah, people up north go, ew. All right. Stein and Nicole. Diamond also found, yeah, we got that. We went there. Roy Rogers. Diamond is eccentric. Rex is nuts. We all, I guess we're okay. Yeah, they're okay. I like Lee's channel. Hey, they're all cool. They're all cool. Oh, Diamond is Oppenheimer. That's right. That's right. Oh, you're already subscribed. See there? How about that? Yeah, Diamond's the name he goes by. That's the name he goes by. Go to magnetic reversals. Haven't had a ranch. Haven't had a ranch. A shutdown from YouTube. And folks picking on Chicago. As a kid, I was told the way to spell Chicago's chicken in a car. Car won't go. Chicken fell out and broke his toe. That's how you spell Chicago. That's what I was told. Happy St. Patrick's Day, says Delta Jungly. Frank, I believe God forgive anyone, especially the insane. Well, the insane can't necessarily happen, can they? Or can they? I don't know. Not Diamond, no live. I'm late. Got last 5 minutes from him. Okay. Since they plowed under all the hedgerows, Illinois blows topsoil. And Peace Music says, Green Regs is the kind of neighbor I wish to have. Well, thank you. Big smiles and blessings. Well, thank you very much. Great Atlanta says, they're a site when you can take a picture and it identifies plants. Oh, yeah, there's websites. There's apps that do that. Definitely. Wild onions coming up. That's good. Roy Rogers, a sandwich with blue cheese and horseradish will definitely clear your sinuses. Wow, that's an interesting combination. Blue cheese and horseradish. I love them both. I've never putting them together. Do you add anything else to it, like a blue cheese dressing or a little mayo? Something to get a little moist. Sassafras red. Yes, true. You need the hedgerows back. Animals need it too. That's right. Everybody's talking about magnetic reversal news. Yeah, I wasn't reading the chat, guys, when I was looking at that. I couldn't see them both at the same time. I was homies with a Russian ex-military guy that someone described me as a good kind of crazy. Robert Wilson, how you doing, buddy? He says, ha ha, it does. Keeps a clean truck or leaves the windows open at home. Deagle report says 280 million will be gone by 2025. Yeah, it does, Deagle. Of course, they at the bottom footnote says, well, they all were going to just immigrate to other countries, but it doesn't show enough plus up in their populations to accommodate that. So I think they're just trying to get out of what they're saying. That's frustrating. I think they promote tearing them down so we can't move unhindered. Ooh. Granny. Oh my gosh. Sorry to hear about your daughter. I didn't know that. Russian military dropped him on the island and abandoned him there. Wow. Well, Granny, whoever did that will pay for it, I guarantee you. You don't get away with stuff infinitely. You might think you get away with it, but you don't. Sassafras Red, ha, you may have hit the nail on the head there, says Otis Dirt. We love Diamond too, says nothing, it seems. Oh yeah. Whether you can dress for millions of hungry, desperate folks, it's what you prepare for. Yep. Eric Court, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? Cole Parrish, hey Greg and all, happy St. Patrick's Day. Well, happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Scrambled eggs and blue cheese, a balsamic vinegar reduction. Okay. Yeah, says Granny. In 95, when Waco went down, we figured we could almost make it to Missouri border walking hedges. Those animals all over, says Robert. Vicky, hedgerows provide wildlife. Yep, protection, they do. They do. Ellen, I had a dream recently that there were a whole lot of Vikings getting on boats in a cold driving rain. And they were running from hunters. Vikings were running from hunters. Is that New World Order? Are we the Vikings? We're running from the New World Order. I love the balsamic vinegar. There you go, Stacy. Nano says, Nicole. That's right, Delta. Vikings don't run. It's like these colors don't run. Vikings don't run. Heck no. Vikings never run. They love a fight. Well, maybe some do. But I stand my ground, says Delta. Tico says, nice to see nobody serious here. It helps me prepare for hungry zombies. Guys, I tell people never panic. There are other prepper channels on here. I'm a semi-prepper channel. That's one of my areas, one of many. But I've seen them tell people, oh, don't panic now. I'll tell you when to panic. Never panic. You lose your head. When you lose your head, you lose your head. Trust me. Yeah. The thumbs up says Jason Ivers is in the house. Well, thank you, Jason. Good to see you. I just noticed you had a live session that went a little bit long tonight. Oppenheimer Ranch was given a 7-day ban. It was on Magnetic Road. Yeah, well, he's been banned before. He has definitely been banned and shut down, and he's come back. But you won't do it so many times. He's lucky he got to come back, to be honest, because a lot of channels never do get to come back when they get shut down. You may have often heard me say when I start a video, time on deck, and I give it out in military hours. I copied that from another channel which has been banned. Does anybody know what channel that was? There's your quiz. What channel did the guy used to come? He used to walk straight up to the camera, always had a flag and a sharp cowboy hat, and he'd get on the camera and he'd start barking. I don't do that. But he'd always start time on deck, and he'd tell you what he had to tell you. So I thought that was kind of cool. When he got banned, I actually say that in honor of his channel. Kind of an underhanded way. Not underhanded to him. So let's see. New day as always. Love blue cheese, especially on a turkey thrasher, whatever that is. Open faced turkey, slices of tomato, blue cheese, dressing. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Suspicious observers is a great space weather channel. Yeah, it gets a little bit beyond things I can swallow sometimes, though. Greg channel is role playing. The scouts did that. Hey, we just have fun here, Brian. What did the scouts do? Sean Saylor, Greg, about 3 or so years ago, you was going to do a self-temp controlled home. Are you still doing it? Hey, I just paid an architect a bunch of money to do me some architecture. Oh yeah, DAP 2030. Oh yeah, that's right. David Devine. Go to DAP 2030. Subscribe to David. You're right, old as dirt. David's a good guy. He's a real nice guy. In fact, he don't live far from me now. You know, he was living over in Taiwan for quite a while. So maybe I should do another share here. What was I going to show? Oh yeah, somebody asked me about my home I was going to do. I still got the hole in the ground. Guys, I got a lot of irons in the fire, so it takes time to get at everything. I'm going to have to reopen my PowerPoint and then go to it because it looks like I got knocked out by a little weather event here. Yeah, this computer got shut down. A lot of things I had open got knocked off because we had a power glitch. I'm going to tease you with a photograph of this home that is a production of my architect. My architect is a lady, young lady. She's very smart, and she lives in Tunis, Tunisia. And her name is Afif Beji. So give me a minute, and we're about to go share here. Got it opened up now. I'm going to show you one photograph. I'm going to show another video. So we'll share it now, and I'm going to do a whole video on this. So I don't want to spill all the beans by showing you everything tonight, but I'll show you this. Hang on, guys. I got to get back here to where I can share this from. I have to be careful. Sometimes when I share things, I hit the wrong button. I wind up ending my video. I've done that with videos I've been recording a few times lately, and I always aggravate. Now I got to edit this video. It's going to take me twice as long. Share screen. Come on. This is Green Greg's Green Universal Habitat. This is a 3D rendering from this habitat. This is a home you can live in, make a living out of, grow your food in, and you got plenty of room actually for manufacturing and other things if you so choose. Because this is the living area. This whole thing is 1/10 of an acre, all growing surface, and actually there's more than one growing surface in here. So you can add to that. This is the ceiling over the living area with somebody standing on it. So your roof is not wasted. It's growing space. And here's a north wall with solar arrays on it. And here's a growing area and a courtyard. Actually, the way I've usually drawn this is this would actually be open because there's another layer under here. Now, the AFIF made this a full basement all the way across. I usually show a half basement right underneath the living area. But she chose to draw it out this way, and it's got a lot of merit to it. Well, it gives you a lot bigger basement, no doubt. But just this level right here is over 2,300 square feet. Plenty of room for a family of 4. And you can build this out of sandbags, guys. So if you can put a little labor in it, the material costs can be very low for this home. What type of greenhouse roof you use is totally optional, even the use of or not use of one, depending on where you're at. So cost is very variable according to how you build this thing. It could all be done with a 3D printer. And I'm in conversations with James Mitchell, who's setting up arrangements to buy a 3D printer. And I think we're going to build a few of these eventually on my farm in Snowflake in that fashion. I'm going to stop this share. I'm going to do a whole video on this, so hang on, guys. Hey, hello. Hang a rocket from a balloon, and off we go. We're going to fly out a rocket into space. There we go. Some of you don't like me talking about space, I've heard. All right. Hang on. I'm going to shut that off. Come back to the chat. See what you guys think. Southern Boy Prepper. Hello, how you doing from Louisiana there? Let me scroll up. See what else we got. What all am I missing here? Zorg Rule says there at court. Yeah, we all love Zorg. Sorry I was late. I was off being a rock star. There you are, Jason. You are a rock star, my fellow wizard. Tico got 5 years food or more, 50K ammo. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You got a good start there, my friends. Yes, that's all good stuff. Actually, I must have missed that comment because I'm seeing some of these already sold. So April Pelham. Okay. I got a niece named April Pelham, excuse me. So remember, also forgive yourself too. You're right, Nicole. Sassafras Red. Hi, yes, says Jason. Let's see. Vicky says, interesting that after the Vikings went through China, the Chinese had legends of red-haired giants. Amazing. Yeah, 2030 is a good channel. Amen to that. Clementine Delion says, hi, Greg. Long time no see. All right, good to see you. Hope I said your name close to being right. Howdy, neighbor Southern boy. I'm here in Central Texas, says Cowboy Roy Rogers. So let's see. Kay Dans, how you doing? Keith Evans, how you doing? Grudges cause inflammation and stress for sure. See there you go. It does. Living in left field. It was about an app for creators to save all your videos on all platforms and to be able to upload instantly to. What app is that? Living in left field. Jason, spot on tonight. Hey man, Jason's always spot on. One must forgive in order to be forgiven. Amen. Forgive and forget is a curious pair. One without the other leaves the other lost in despair. Ooh, nice poetry. It's kind of like love and marriage, forgive and forget. Yeah, there we go. Goes together like a horse and carriage. Don't you forget. Let's see. Yeah, people are talking about giants, like they're unicorns. Many people 8 foot tall. There have been a few, not many. True weather, conquer the world with love. Amen. Hey, I want to tell you guys, just light dispels darkness, love dispels hate. So go out and shine your love light to the world. So guys, you want to go look in the weather, because some people are asking about weather. I think it's about kicked off. Living in left field, Kickstarter. So yeah, how should I fund these houses being constructed? Should I go to Kickstarter? What's the best source, Kickstarter or GoFundMe? What do y'all think? What do y'all think is the best way to go about this? Greg, I forgave myself for not forgiving. There you go. That's a good start. That's a good start. Keith Evans, yes, your channel is awesome too. Well, thank you. You found me through Diamond. Yeah, Diamond really helped me out a lot. He and Rex both. They sent a lot of people this way. And they're awesome. So I don't mind spending a lot of time over there going to see their channel, showing you guys what they got, and saying, hey, please subscribe to them. You lost me at Mayo on Banana. Well, one slice of bread has mayo. One slice of bread has peanut butter. Put bananas right in the middle. The sandwich is awesome. You got to try it. Most Northerners can't bring themselves to the notion of it. It's lovely. Yum, yum, yum. One of the best. Peanut butter on a chocolate chip cookie. Delta Jungley. One of the tallest living guys right now is over 8 foot from Morocco. Okay. San Francisco. This is live chat. Having fun and enjoying. Yeah, that's what we're at. Guys, this is a party. This is a Green Greg's party. God can forgive anyone, says Brian. There we go. Vicky, there is plenty of archaeological evidence of giants. The Smithsonian Institute staff has repeatedly been caught destroying the evidence before because it doesn't fit their narrative. Yeah, no kidding. Mulching defeats erosion. Amen to that. Delta Jungley says, oops, I lost it. There it is. I was just asking Vicky about giants. And Jason is having a fun. I'm still a prepper. but part of being prepared is having a good social structure. That's true. A good attitude. A ginger root. There you go, Charles. 9 foot taller. Only conversation. Oh, we got some negativity in the room. Get what you give. That's right. Get what you give. You reap what you sow. Tico, we cover whatever we talk about. This session tonight is a live chat session amongst my subscribers to talk amongst each other, because in this day and age, I started to shut this thing down, but I realized that people don't have a lot of community. Some people are just don't, their families won't even get together right now. So this is an opportunity for us to be family. Yeah, we cover a lot of stuff. Well, on my channel, I cover a lot of serious topics. I talk about China. I talk about Russia. I talk about Iran. I talk about war prospects. I talk about the prospects of our electrical grid going down and the dire consequences that would cause if it happened. I tell you how to get prepared for that. I tell you how to fight these things. I just went on my channel and did a video showing you the Freedom Restoration Foundation. That's a very serious thing. The habitat I showed is also a very serious thing, and you should see my videos on that topic. I cover a lot of very serious videos, but you shouldn't be serious all the time unless you're from serious, as Rex would say. One of the best things to do is keep a good attitude. As I tell people, keep their head on their shoulders. And I tell people, keep their eyes wide open and head on the swivel, so you know what's coming at you. I do a lot of videos in that area. A lot of people accuse me of being doom and gloom, yet I always have hope, because I always tell you what you can do about these things. Most channels don't do that. They scare you and tell you to buy their stuff. Well, hey, I got stuff too, and these things will help you, even what they promote. But there's more to life than that. There's a situation when we talk about things you can honestly do to make the world a better world. And one of them is you can go to the Freedom Restoration Foundation and look at the kind of actions we have on our Action Center page and our resource page. They tell you what to do about these things coming at us, how you can take action. I set that stuff up. I started this organization, the Freedom Restoration Foundation. Also, I have chaired 2 power grid defense conferences. So I'm an active person trying to make a change for the future. I've also come up with and designed a habitat that you can live out of and make a living out of and grow your food on. And it's going to be a world-changing habitat. And I would not tell everybody you got to live in. I wouldn't at all do that. I want to make it so attractive that people can imagine wanting to live in anything else. What other channel brings you this kind of content? None. There are none. No one else out here on the internet shows you this range of stuff, and also tells you what you can do about it. Some do. Now, I'll give Oppenheimer Ranch Diamond credit, because he's actually organized protest, quite a few actually. So he's in that. Rex is out here trying to tell people to be the change they want to see. And so we have a certain brotherhood of channels here, sisterhood, brotherhood, cousinship, whatever you want to call it, where we're out here seeking change to make the world a better place. But that doesn't mean we got to bark at the monitor all night long like a dog and go, rah, 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 the world's coming in, rah, 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 rah. There's no channels that do that. And it's usually good information they bring you. But, sometimes you got to kick back and laugh a little bit at the world, or amongst ourselves, or at each other, because that's an important thing, to have a sense of humor. It's also important not to lose your mind to all these things going on around us, to keep your composure. And having family, having friends is one way we build bonds and strength amongst each other. And that's what this chat's all about. This chat is a chance for us to come here and gather as a community to build those bonds, to be friends. Most of the people in this chat, I count as friends. Most of the people in this chat we see regularly. We're not family. I know a lot of family reunions haven't been held in over a year. My family suspended their own reunions. I have family members that are afraid to meet other people, afraid to get together. And so a lot of other people in this chat, a lot of people here are isolated. This is a chance to get together. This is a chance to be a family. So I offer that to you. Yeah, it's off the topic maybe of a channel, but my subscribers find this very therapeutic. They like it, most of them. Some of you don't. So, okay, you don't have to watch it. If you don't like this, you don't have to be here. If you like it, stick around. If you're curious and want to see maybe there's hope for something you like in here, hang around. But I cover broad things. People ask me questions. I talked about worms. I gave them advice about worms. I told them tonight that worms don't drown. I talked about how water would actually kill worms, but not through drowning. I answer questions. Because see, I cover gardening, I cover aquaponics. I cover growing microgreens. I cover what's going on in the world. I can tell you about Russia, China, Iran. I can tell you about militaries. We can talk about history. We can talk about science. We can talk about space. Some of you don't believe in that. Well, tough nuggies. We can cover a lot of ground. We can talk about a lot of things. That's what we're here for. We're here to be friends. We're here to be family. If you don't want friends or family, well, that's okay. That's your business. I wouldn't force you into it. No way. I don't force anybody into anything because I believe in freedom. That's why I started the Freedom Restoration Foundation. And we've got quite a number of people following, volunteering, and helping out. If you want to be one of those and you want to do something to help the future, join the Freedom Restoration Foundation. Email us at info@freedomrestorationfoundation.org and put freedom in the subject line. If you're interested in being involved in survival tribes, another thing I'm working to organize. Oh yeah, we got a new survival tribe, guys. Florida is on the map now. So we got Florida, we got Arkansas, we got Alabama, we've got Arizona. I think we got Maine in the pocket now. So yeah, we've got survival tribes starting to form around the country. It's taking us some time, but we're getting there. But I'm also a guy who works almost 10 hours a day sometimes. 9 to 10 hours. 9-hour shifts are typical. 10 are not unusual. More than that even sometimes in my day job. I have 2 YouTube channels. I have a worm farm, a market garden, a greenhouse. I don't sleep. So I do everything I can to try to hold this world together. But I try to keep a good sense of humor about it. Because if you don't, it'll kill you. If you worry about everything, you're just fretting, you're going to consume yourself with cancer. You got to get a grip on life and not let it swallow you. So sometimes we just like to have a little chat, a little family, a little camaraderie ship. And my subscribers like that, at least the ones that come here. If you don't like it, you don't have to come into the chat sessions. You know, if my chat session isn't named after a specific topic, like not a lot of prepping channels, before they do a chat session, they'll name a specific topic and they'll talk about that topic first. Well, I have done that. That means that is a topic-oriented session. But if I don't name it after a specific topic, it's a community chat session. We are a community. We're a family. And that's what we're here for. I hope you can come to like that. And I hope you'll stay with us and understand where we're coming from. If not, okay. I'm not going to force you to do anything. Again, I believe in freedom. So do what thou wilt in that regard, but not in general. Yeah. Don't follow Crowley, okay? Crowley will lead you down the crack to the place below, to the great abyss. Don't be a Crowleyite. But yeah, I'm not here to force anybody in anything, okay? I believe in freedom. So is greater creator. He gives you the freedom to accept him or not. And maybe you don't believe in that. Well, I wouldn't force that either. That's your decision. Your life, your spirit, your soul. Rest of fearing. Good night, all. Medication in bed. All right. Well, take care. Yeah, we've talked about medications here. We've talked about herbs. We've talked about quite a few things. There's pictures of him, says Delta. What are we talking about here? Sassafras. Why so serious? You seem prepared. So have fun. Exactly. There you go. Yeah, I'm prepared. I'm prepared to the teeth. I'll talk about it sometimes, but I don't tell everybody everything. Good. Look, first rule of prepping is don't tell everybody you're a prepper. You already violated that, and boy, I have big time because I got a YouTube channel. So but it's like putting a target on your back. But then you about got to be pretty self-confident to do that, and I am. If you're going to be a prepper and tell the world you're a prepper and put it on YouTube, you got to have a certain degree of self-confidence, especially if you laugh about it. In nature, who's the animals that play in nature? Who are the most free-spirited, playful animals in nature? The predators, the lions. Yes, indeed. Because they're not so scared. So if you notice, I'm not scared. I don't panic. Why? I got confidence. Okay, get it? So think about it. don't have to be so serious all the time. I do have my times. I have my topics. I cover a lot of serious stuff. But you know, I'm not all doom and gloom, guys. No mayo on my bananas. Yeah, you got to try it. That side of the mountains is nice for folks, but bugs are bad. What's that, Fresh? Hey, you ever see the movie or read the book, My Side of the Mountain? So I lived just one zone south. I could grow bananas in the southern exposure. Wow, Jason. Jason, what grow zone are you in? I've seen people grow bananas, but Hans, he just made a video. There you go. So Z Square, living in left field. Have you tried caustic soda spray? What are we going to use that for? April. The planet was maybe had less gravity in the past. How are the giants? Well, I think we had a thicker atmosphere. Had more oxygen and more atmospheric pressure to hold your blood vessels in as you got taller. So that's frustrating. You don't need to eat any more banana, Jason, if you are what you eat. What do you mean by that? Let's see. Planet X, have you heard? I ain't scared of Planet X. I did a video on that, guys. Come on. I did a video back in August, and I said, Planet X comes not this way. Talking about, I was referring to a guy who, very big channel, like 10 times bigger than mine, who said, by the month of September, no one will be able to deny, this was last year, the Planet X is coming in right now. We're going to be bringing all these asteroids, and they're going to be hitting us. Very big channel. Very big channel. Popular guy said that. And before, a month before that month come out, I came out with my video. Nibiru comes not this way. At least not anytime soon, I said. Truly. Oh, yeah, guys. Hey, it's time to garden. Time to buy your seeds. Check my links out beneath my channels and my videos, especially not my live sessions. I seldom post things under my live sessions, but the regular videos I do, I always have a link to True Leaf Market. Check it out. It's a great time to get your seeds, and it'll help my channel and help you, because you get great deals at True Leaf. They tell you how to grow your crops, and they have microgreens. The supplies for gardening, including all the supplies you need to grow microgreens. And I got videos on how to grow microgreens on my channel. I used to do a lot of those videos until people complained about them. A lot of people got better complaining about them, so I quit posting. I had a whole grow series I never posted. I hope I can find them one day. Might be worth reposting one day. Greg, thanks for straightening up Tika. Well, I didn't really just straighten them up. I just kind of gave him some perspective on what we're about here tonight. That's all. I got anything against Tico. He just he doesn't appreciate it yet, or understand quite where we're coming from. So maybe he'll gather that and get in sync. Maybe he'll enjoy the session. If you don't, okay, that's fine too. Let's see. Kay Dance, heartfelt thank you. Well, thank you. Thanks to seeing Helen. Dang, Greg fired up, says Ashras. Well, you know, just trying to establish some perspective, guys, you know. So Greg's not gonna, you know, hey guys, I'm not a pushover. Just cause I laugh. What did I say about predators? Yes. I'm a carnivore, you know. So think about it. I'm comfortable. That's how I laugh. Comfortable, have confidence. Think about this. The big guys in the classroom, weren't they always jovial? I'm talking about the muscular guys too. So it's the smaller guys that are usually scrappy and mean. Why? Because they're scared. Yeah. All righty. Please don't give up. Your channel's the best. Well, thank you, April. Thank you. Thank you. Tico, listen to what Tico says here. As a Department of Home Security guy, I see some serious stuff. Well, I bet you do if you work Department of Home Security. MLK Day, we got emails and text. Oh, okay. Well, I take you, maybe I should interview you one day. Department of Homeland Security. That's interesting. Well, I can understand you having a perspective coming from that background. See, guys, he deals with some junk every day. If he does that every day, yeah, I definitely get that. And, you know, hey, look, well, Power Grid Defense Conference, look, I got plenty of guys from, you know, Homeland Security, from FBI, all these other agencies. Holy smoke, you know, I've had these guys at my conferences, so I know what it is. And you know, my dad was a chief deputy sheriff in Marshall County back in the late 50s. You know, I've been in the Army, So I've seen a lot of stuff. Love your talk, Greg, buddy, says Eric. Well, thank you. Telling the story, it's bad for your immune system to stay anxious all the time. It is. Yeah, just relax, Tico. You probably could, the work you do, you probably need a good relaxation. You're in some tough stuff. I understand that. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Sassafras Red, let's see, Jason's addressing there. Okay. The old Sumerians were practicing cargo culture, and the aliens were just other humans, just a bit more technologically advanced. Yeah, see, that's what I tell people. I say, maybe the Anunnaki were Atlanteans, or maybe they were just Nordics. They had a little more technology. Whoever they were, they brought technology with them. And they refer to the locals as the dark-haired ones. They wrote stuff in first person. They actually wrote in first person. So they were somebody. They were capable of breeding with other human beings. So they had the genetics of being human, but they were different. But then we have peoples on this planet that are far different from each other to this day. They may have been a race that maybe isn't here, but they were human. They were human. Top Knot. Well, thank you, Top Knot. $5 from Top Knot. The dancing boxer. You like me giving it out there, huh? So Sandbag Green Homes Association, new group. Well, that sounds interesting. Living in left field. This is like going shopping on a nippy stomach. Uh-oh, food shopping. Joe Blow, Greg, thanks for you and your live moderators. I enjoyed your live sessions. Well, thank you. Living in left field. So much delicious food. Yeah, we talked about that. See, any subject's fair game here tonight. Any subject. So, Tico, fire away. Give us a subject. Ask a question, Tico. Let's see. Tico, found green Gregs first from worms. There you go. There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely into the worm farming. Definitely that. New days always. Sassafras Thunder Perfect Mine is from the Nag Hammadi. I sat on the beach in Florida listening every day. I was there. It renewed my soul. Tico, he isn't limited to one thing. Yeah, see, that's one thing now. They tell you on a YouTube channel you should have a very narrow topic. Beep. And the channels that do that outperform mine astronomically. If I threw away most of my stuff and focused on one thing, my channel will grow a lot faster. Because for one thing, YouTube don't know what to do with your videos, who to send them to when you cover a wide variety of things. They can't understand you're covering a wide variety of things. So that's why I need you guys to help me share my videos, because the algorithms aren't that smart. The artificial intelligence is artificially intelligent. Therefore, it's just not that smart. It never will be. Might feign it, look like it, but it really isn't. There'll be never a soul in a computer. But it may be so sophisticated, it might be hard to tell that. At least in the modern computers that we have today that are based on the arithmetic logic unit. We want to talk electronics. We want to talk about how an arithmetic logic unit's organized. We want to talk about Boolean algebra, OR gates, NOR gates. I'm an electrical engineer, by the way. And yes, I study computer architecture. Neural networks, it may go somewhere eventually. May go somewhere. Top Knot, how the heck are you, buddy? So see, we can talk about a lot of things here. Sassafras, hell, the man don't sleep. I don't. What is sleep? Tico, every once in a while. Let's see. I was sick the other day, and I did turn in a little early a couple nights ago. Tried to last night, but I got some text that I had to deal with for sending somebody some money for some work they did for me. Actually paying my architect. So she did good work. She did not charge much. She did an awful amount of work. She's done some more. Greg, you're doing a great thing on YouTube. Stay awesome. Well, thank you, Joe Blow. Jason Hours. My Side of the Mountain was my favorite. There you go. I love My Side of the Mountain. I love the book and the movie, but the book was far better as usual. It's kind of the difference between the movies about Huck Finn and the book. Yeah, you can't put in a 2-hour movie the things you can stick in a book. Do my best to keep the dream alive. Yes, you are, Top Knot, and I appreciate it. We all appreciate you. Let's see. K-Dans, you're the best. Well, thank you. Judy Dowell. How you doing, Judy? Greg's full of information. Well, I try to be. I'm full of, folks tell me I'm full of it. He's full of it. So you got to be able to have some humor. You got to be able to joke, cut up a little bit. You know, Rex and I'll be talking about doomsday. We'll be talking about the end of the world, things blowing up, and we'll be laughing and cutting up. Why not? You know, you can't let things get up to you. You can't let it get under your skin. I know it's serious topics. They really are. But you got to have some perspective. You can't lose it entirely. You know, you could always go somewhere to see something and make you cry. You know, the world's full of bad things happening all over the place. It's also full of good things. And the human spirit and the soul is good. And we do have hope for the future. So you have to pull to those things that are good. There's so much bad going on around us. Now, Tico, he works in Homeland Security. He sees a lot of negative stuff, and it pulls you down. It does. And it gives you that kind of perspective of, when you see so much in the world that's so rotten, and the world's full of it. The world is really full of it. So, yeah, and I've seen it, dealt with it. But we have to be able to find that that's good and hold on to it. We got to find that humor and don't surrender it. You know, a lot of my channel is about the bad things that can hit us. I talk about, things that a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people think, well, the grid goes down. Hey, I got my beans and bullets and I got my cabin up the hill and I live off grid. I'll be just fine. I said, no, you won't. Far from it. You know what's going to happen when these spent fuel rod pools, nuclear power plants go up in smoke when the water evaporates off those zircaloy-clad fuel rods? They burn in contact with air. They got more radioactive material in them than 300 times more than all the nuclear warheads on Earth. I don't even talk about the reactors because everybody thinks about the reactors all the time. So I just ignore that topic. I just talk about the spent fuel rod pools. Yeah, it's serious. Very serious. Can we do something about it? Yeah, I'll work on it. That's what I'll do with this power grid defense. But I can't just sit here and cry about it all day and night. Not going to. But look, I appreciate every one of you guys. See what Tico says. Folks, look up Sloan Kettering. Says that, yeah. I've heard that. Now, see, Tico's bringing information in here. I'm not going to repeat it out loud because it'll probably get me slapped by you know who. Rural girl, Vicky, she did. She was loved too. So who are we talking about, rural girl? I must have missed something here. Pardon me. As I've been coughing for a long time. Jason Avers, I always address my audience as good people. Really, who wants to self-identify as bad? You know, there's good and bad in everybody. That's what my daddy always taught me. My dad always taught me no matter the most evil person in the world has a little bit of good in them. And the worst the best person in the world has just a little bit of evil. And that's the whole purpose of the yin-yang diagram, you know, that you got the white and the black diagrams that kind of morph into each other like two tadpoles swimming around each other, but there's an eye in each one that's the opposite color. That's what that means. Wiseowl, how you doing? I grow Morgana. All right. Ellen Story says 1 gallon of crock pot works well to cook for animals. Okay. I meant to do that video last weekend on the soup can stove, but I just got too busy. Had too much going on, guys. It'll come around. Now 3 plants in the 55 miles of me. Yeah, I got one 26 miles from here. Makes Arizona even more attractive to me. Tico, they hand out a card on the Coast Guard base. LOL, no smiley face stickers. So what kind of card on the Coast Guard base? You know about we have ID cards. I got. Should I show any security numbers here? I'll hide my badge number. What else should I hide? Yeah, I got a federal card. This is my work computer. So People say, Greg, quit talking about NASA. That isn't NASA. I'm not NASA. I'm a contractor at NASA. That is NASA. 12 cats and 2 dogs, says Ellen Story. Okay. Doing a lot of feeding then. Oh, so you lost some animals. Okay, I see what that's about. Sorry about that. It says for Tico, I saw a meme that showed a dog getting a treat from a person holding a jab sticker. Oh. Good versus bad. Check out Ezekiel 8. There you go. Now I have to scroll back up to see what happened to Rural Girl, I guess. Tico, this flea mutates every 10 hours. That's why it needs to burn out. Yeah, it needs to burn out. I agree with that. See, Tico's bringing us good information here. We got no issue with that. Now, so Tico, fire away. Whatever's on your mind. Ask a question, bring up a topic, and you brought up a topic. Greg, any tornadoes near you? We've had a lot of storms around here. We've not had a tornado near me, but we've been under tornado watch. So what we're going to do here in a minute, I'll go back here and look at the weather here in a second. We haven't done it in a while. We'll see what's coming. Sassafras says, love and light, healing and happiness to all, healing to those that need it. May they get through till tomorrow. Amen. And may it be a beautiful day for each and every one. See, that's like a prayer there. That's good. Greg, what's your email? How about trying how5space@AOL.com? That's not my business email. That's kind of a generic email. And by the way, that email also is looked at by a couple of my volunteers, so don't say anything personal or private. It's you wouldn't want a couple of other people to say, but they are cool people. Jason, so one of my mods mind adding that in here? Like, no, I can type it. Hang on, I'm on my computer. I have many email addresses, but I want to put everything out here just so I don't get my business email overtaken. Tico, Green Greg's, write down Gert Vaden Borsch read his papers. He's world's #1 virologist. You know what? I'm going to copy that. So writing it down, just copy it straight from your message. I'll go in and put it in search bar. All right, what's that tune? Ever been in the Army, military, you want to know what that tune is. All right, come on, guys. I'm going to show the share here in a minute. Wow, I'm just about maxed out my memory. Yikes. My computer might go unstable here in a minute. Give me a second. We're going to go over and share this. Hang on. Dun, 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 okay, people, you're free to check this out for yourself and see what's in here. Tico pointed this out. Public health emergency of international concern. Okay, these are things I don't want to repeat on the channel, or I'm going to get whacked. Probably I need to get off this. So I'm going to stop the share. Well, before I stop this share, we'll go somewhere else. Hang on, where else do I want to go? Where's the weather at? Here we are. So we're going to check out the weather and see what's happening here. Let's do an update on this page. Looks like all this stuff's about blown through for here. Yep, it's all blown through where I'm at. There's the line. I'm right about here. Zoom in. If you're over in Georgia, it's coming. That don't look too pretty. But it's all blown through here now. I'll live right underneath that hand. Right underneath that hand. All this stuff is blown through. Hopefully I'm out of the woods. Let's hope something else don't cook up by tomorrow. That's could get a little rotation in it right here. Look where it's kind of congealing together. So if you're over here in North Georgia, heads up. That's kind of an interesting little front right there. Might give you some straight line wind. I don't know. But the good thing is, guys, it's getting toward midnight. Storms decrease in strength as you get later, and I see some general decrease here. Look at it. So they're getting, because you don't have the sun, the energy of the sun, the heat of the sun driving. So storms seem to die out more and more as you get later and later. The worst time to catch a storm is late afternoon after everything's cooked up and got good and hot. So the good thing is that this has gone through here now. We can back off and get a bigger shot. Looks like Mobile is about to get it. It's pretty much lubed out of Nolans. But there is a potential for wraparound. This could build up, and if it picks up anything else coming out of the Gulf, maybe they'll make another session. Let's hope not. But today was supposed to be the worst day of all. It wasn't too bad here. That's a good thing. I'll have to check some news reports and see if anybody got it bad. Let's check and see if there's anything on the news page here. Woman clinging to a tree in Morgan County. Water rescue. Oh, looks like we've had some flooding. Yeah, we did get a lot of rain. Things to look out for: fall and severe weather. Tennessee Senate approves proposed amendment. Oh, wow. Took them a while, didn't it? So, guys, we're close to Tennessee where I'm at. So Tennessee kind of factors into the local news here. Okay, there's no top news with letter, except a lightning strike hit a gas line and caused a fire. So the weather didn't get too bad right in my neck of the woods here. Don't mean it didn't somewhere else. Oh yeah, okay, there's not a pretty picture. I've seen plenty of that in my day, right around here. Whoa, Birmingham. Is this today? No, I think it's an earlier picture. Things to watch out for: carbon monoxide. Yeah, it's always a risk when people are burning fires in their house and garages where they should not be doing. It could be if the power goes out and your food spoils, you don't want to eat it. You better know how to use chainsaws. And guys, I built a log barn, so I've definitely dealt with that. Septic tanks. Yeah, my neighbor's got a problem with that, and he's a plumber. Power lines. Yeah, power lines down, that can be a real problem this time. Well water. Severe flooding can put drinking water wells at increased risk of contamination from flood water. Well, my well casing is well above the ground. It's not going in through the casing. Everything else has got a long way to soak down to get there, so I'm not too worried about that. All right, guys. So I don't see anything in the local news that looks too bad. Not in this area. Let's see. Birmingham might be a different story. Let's see. WBRC, I believe that's the name of the Birmingham channel. Is that right? Wow, it's a Fox News now. Used to be on the other networks. So we got 8,000 customers without power down there. We had a brief power outage this morning. Oh, well, there were some storms, some homes destroyed in Chilton County. Okay, so we've had a storm. Storm damage in Jefferson County. Coleman. Okay, Coleman County is just a county below here, so that's pretty close. So there has been storm damage. After today, it's definitely something to worry about. Tornado damage in Hale County, Moundville. Yeah, looks like a little tornado there. Possible tornado, south central Alabama. I got a picture there. Did it touch down? Okay, so these guys are further south in Alabama. It's a little bit testier down there. Okay. So let me ask you guys. You tell me what you've seen. Are any of you in an area where there's been storm damage. Let me shut down some tabs here because my memory's starting to peak out, and I don't want to get crashed for that. If any of you, we have a couple of people that come in here from South Alabama and other Louisiana and other places. So if any of you seen any storm damage, so let me come back up here to the see what I missed in chat. Okay. See where I left off from. Tico asked me to check out Gert Vanden Bosch. Dig a hole and say a prayer and cover the hole. Plant some bulbs. K-Dance, you make a positive difference in my life. You teach so much. Well, thank you. That's what I'm here for. I'm glad to hear that. You make my day telling me things like that. I can't spell what kind of dog. No, I'm in Texas. It's just difficult for me to dig with all the rocks here. Imagine so. Okay, let's see. Greg Bryan. Greg Bryan. What does that mean? So, vigorous. It sounds like a dehumidifier. Yeah, Tico. Yeah, he's one in the world. Yeah, Tico. Look, did you notice this is a big topic on the Freedom Restoration Foundation. It's something I don't want to say too much in this platform. It's words I have to watch what I utter here. But check out what's on that platform. Go to my platform. Go to my website, freedomrestorationfoundation.org. Check it out. We cover that. We have a whole PDF you can download with every little piece of legislation going through Congress right now that pertains to that subject. And we tell you how you can deal with it. All right. Let's see. Tico. Blue is mutating every 10 hours. CZQ. Therefore, I have no answers. Oh. Says, real girl, you lost a lot of animals. I guess this is what's happened when I missed this. Dig a hole big enough for your animal. Yeah. Have you ever heard the book where the red fern grows? It's about the guy's country boy's dog. You know, he died and he buried it, and the red fern come up over it, died. I actually buried a dog and had a red fern come up where I buried it. So I thought that was really interesting, especially knowing of that book. I only had it happen one time, but yeah, it does happen. It can happen. Says Q, it mutates. Yep. Del Big Tree did a breakdown on the interview. Okay. Jason, immunizations are wonderful and have potential to save many lives. Untested medical products are not wonderful and should not be given. Yeah. Well, we got some experimental stuff out here, don't we? Yeah, you know what? Now, this video probably is going to have a hard time tonight with the platform. I think I've treaded on thin ice. A bit too much for this platform tonight. No need to apologize. You had good reason to be distracted. Oh. Well, things happen. Keith Evans. There was a boat wrapped around a tree about 40 foot in southern Alabama. Wow. Judy, good book. I'm just trying to read what folks says. BOA Farms cried my eyes. Hey, BOA Farms, you sent me an email today, and I'm planning to respond to you. In fact, I'm planning to give you a call. We'll let you give you a call now unless you tell me to call you after this video. But I did see your email. BOA Farms is interested in forming a chapter, I think, of the Freedom Restoration Foundation. We do have Alabama and Arizona chapters. We have people in many states in the organization. So let's see, Tico. Yeah, sometimes you have to misspell words. Did it on purpose. Interesting, Mazel. Okay, guys, let's do this. I'm gonna type in. Here's where you go. Probably should copy it from the website in case I misspell something, right? Let me do that. Let me just get it straight from the website. Bing. That's the best way to do it. Save me from the danger of misspelling something. There you go, folks. Check that out. Yes, my dog Layla died a few minutes ago. Oh my gosh, while I was sitting here, she's between my feet. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Moolah says, Brian. Okay. Steffers, all topics are good topics. We are all here for one another. Amen. That's what matters to those who love our chances to chat with Greg. Well, thank you. Thank you. So, okay. Guys, you know, when we pray tonight, we need to pray for old girl. She's, you know, that's tough. I got to pay for Kaylee, who's granddaughter to Granny Lana. I would say Granny and Lana without me saying Granny Lanny. Excuse me, Granny. Pardon me. So, anybody? Let's see, what does Steppers J say? Scroll up. Yeah, all topics, good topics. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Dunes are us. Sorry about the dog. Yep. Charles Sutton says, okay, thanks. Jumping on the link. Thanks, Greg and friends. Good to see y'all again. Thank you, thank you. So, anybody got a prayer request tonight? Granny Lana's granddaughter Kaylee's an automatic. Cherry. Now, who's Cherry? Oh, your daughter, Judy. Okay, yeah, we got it. How's Cherry doing, Judy? I did a video with Judy and Cherry. Call myself that too, Greg. Okay. Every silver tongue has a devil behind it. Yeah, that sounds pretty likely. All right, Suzuki, good. My American Bulldog is about 8 months old. Her name is Lily. Oh, nice. Pray for Cherry. Yes. Greg, I read Where the Red Fern Grows more times than I can count. Wonderful book. Yes. Mark Atkins, I pray that NASA lies get exposed. Okay, what lies do you want to see exposed? Tico, Vicky Savage, what happened 2 months ago prior to Wuhan? Oh, yeah, there was the Olympics there. Okay, she's going to see an oncologist, all right. Chewy weather. Adam from Marfigle News is in the hospital and needs prayers. Okay, pray for Adam. So we're praying for Adam, Cherry, and Kaylee. And we're also praying for Rural Girl because she just lost her dog that's at her feet right now. Dangerous. My Catahoula is 2 years old, but he's mama's dog. Okay. Vicky, always gives thanks first. And that's a good way to start any prayer. Start with the attitude of gratitude. Because gratitude always opens more doors. Put you in the right frame of mind. Mark, I have no idea what you're talking about. Your day is always. I pray that Greg receives all the blessings he needs. Well, thank you. Hey, I'm trying to make a vision come true. You know what I'm trying to do. 13-year-old pit bull Tico is on his last legs. Oh. So Tico, you have a pit bull named Tico. So your channel name, you named your channel after a dog. Okay. Do I follow that correctly? Screws falling from equipment while in zero gravity. Harness is being used on video. Yeah, well, Wiesel, I don't listen to him. All right, guys, let's pray for those that we've talked about here. Let's have a little prayer session. I'm not telling no one how to do that. This is not a religious channel. I just believe in a prior prayer. So, and I believe we can help each other. And I've done my video, The Universal Solo Cup, where I've explained how and why prayer helps, in my humble opinion. Backed it up with physics, quantum physics. You know, it's find forgiveness for everything, for all people, for ourselves. May God's grace help us find the strength, clarity, and courage to do what we need, what needs to be done. Prayers for everyone in the chat, says Susan. Mark Atkins, Greg, Netta uses harnesses and videos. Yeah, you're going to show me some of that. All right, guys. Sweeps, I have to get on the road, but my prayers are with you all. All right, well, take care. Just be. All right, let's do our little prayer session. Each person prays you pray according to your own faith. So I'm not here to tell you how to think or believe. I do believe in a prior prayer. So let's have some prayers here. Little girl, may you find serenity. I'm sure you've been a great service to your pet. Your pet loved you. You've loved it. Just rest in that assuredness and strength. As New Day's always said here, and Vicky always says, praise him in advance, give thanks ahead of time, receive from an attitude of gratitude. And I'm gonna look up something here, guys. Hang on, I'm just gonna find something. USB. One momentum, please. Where is my? There it is. Get back here where I can share a screen. Got the wrong thing. Share screen. Come on, open up, would you? Just go to straight. YouTube. There we go. That makes it open up bigger. Oh, we gotta add. Holy guac and smoke-a-moly. Make this thing big. Come on. This is a Skylab space station. Now, Skylab was made out of the upper stage of the S4B. No, it was the S2C, I think, stage of the Saturn V rocket. And it was not used as it would have been the second stage. It was, no, it was S4B. This was S4B stage. Pardon me. Let me get dialed back in. This is the S4B stage. It's the third stage that was evacuated and made into a workshop and delivered as a payload. And they had a ring of lockers around the periphery of it. If you want to see one of these, you can go to the Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama, or the Space Museum at Smithsonian Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. I've done video inside of one of these things. And so these lockers ran around the outside. Well, it's on the inside, but it's the outside of the inside of the habitat, you might say, however you say that. It's on the walls all the way around. There were storage lockers. Now, they had a cable that ran through the center of this that the astronauts could hang on to. But if you could get to running, you could get centrifugal force, and it would act like gravity. But watch this guy. Now, which way is your gravity running, buddy? So he's set up centrifugal force to do this. Where's the harnesses? Sometimes you can see other guys floating. Now look at that. Look how freely he moves. Spins. Where's the harnesses? Yeah, there's a cable that went through the center. You can grab onto it. All the way around. All the way around. Spinning and moving in 6 axes. Yeah, like that. How do you do that with the harnesses on you? Because he's twisting every way imaginable. Every way imaginable. Take a bite. I believe that's Joe Kerwin. See how they twist, how they move. That's an Apollo-Soyuz docking mount. They had the Apollo telescope there. Not Soyuz. I meant that's in the, what do they call that? That's where they had the Apollo telescope mount, which was to look at the sun. Yeah, how in the world do you have harnesses strapped to when you're moving in all 6 degrees of freedom like that? You see any sign of a harness on there? I don't. And you're going to tell me that was CGI? CGI did not exist when that was flown. Nor when any of the Mercury Gemini flights were taking place. There was no CGI. So let me stop that share. All right, maybe you didn't like that. Mark, I do not lie. I have friends who've flown in space. I've worked for people who have flown in space. Lots of my friends, including I, have been involved in designing these rockets. I worked for people who designed the Saturn V rocket. It worked. Everything about it worked. It launched. You could went out to the launch pad and watch that thing go up. It had all the stages. It had all the physics and all the science to get there. There was nothing to stop it. And for those that think that there's balloons over these satellites, what do you call it? Satelloons. I hear people talk, oh, the space station is supported by a balloon. Well, how about looking at the video that any amateur astronomer takes of the space station flying in front of the sun or the moon? There is no balloon. Yeah, I rhymed that on purpose. And another thing, you can go out and fly overhead at certain times, and it always follows the same track. Balloons wander around, and balloons don't operate at that altitude. I have flown balloons. I have flown a lot of balloons, and I have built rockets. You want to see pictures of my rockets and my balloons? I'll show them to you. I'll show them to you. Cool Skylab. I'll show you my rockets that I led the development of myself that flew to the edge of space. Hang on, I'm going to show them to you, a few pictures. It's in another video, another presentation that's not about my rockets, but I threw them in as background because I was talking about balloons in this thing. So I was just showing some of my cred. Hang on, I'm going to do another share here in a minute. My momentum, please. Oh yeah, somebody asked me, Greg, what's that star you're wearing on your hat? You know, is it some kind of satanic symbol? No, that's the symbol of the Space Force. That's their logo. Hang on, guys. Hello, and got a rocket from a balloon and off we go. This was me in the year, what year was this? 1996, I believe. You see my shirt? It says H-A-L-O. Halo. I'm serious when I talk about halo. What's it say on the rocket? Halo. High altitude liftoff. Rex Bear thought he invented saying halo. Maybe. Or some other guys, right? That's a hybrid rocket. It had asphalt fuel grain, nitrous oxide oxidizer. It had an integrated bulkhead right here between the fuel grain and the oxidizer. The only thing separating was a solid fuel activated valve. When it burned out and produced a hot fuel vapor and the asphalt, then it would release the nitrous, which would hit the hot fuel vapor and ignite. And this was the same design that Burt Rutan later claimed was his greatest invention. Many years later. Dun, 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 dun. There I am. That is me in the center after having found and recovered this thing after the flight. And yes, I found it. That's all the guys wearing shirts that say, what? Halo. And got a rocket from a balloon and off we go. And who is this? That is me. Tim Pickens, Steve Mistakis, Gene Young, Gene Hornbuckle, Clay Sawyer. Oh, come on, I should remember this guy's name too. I will come to him in a little bit. This is our Halo SO1 rocket. This rocket made the Guinness Book of World Records because it's in this gondola package here being lofted by this balloon. And that balloon flew to the edge of space. As high as a balloon's going to go, about 20 miles up, not 100 miles, not 200 miles. No balloon goes that high. No balloon can get that high. Okay, that's what the rocket's for, to attain extra altitude. Here I am on the deck of the NASA Pearl River barge because we had a joint mission. NASA paid for us to get out there and paid half of our cost for this mission. We paid the other half. This came out of our pockets. We were a volunteer amateur organization doing this on the side. Yeah, I worked for NASA in the daytime, but this is something we did as a side venture from a club. Then we spun off a company called HARC, High Altitude Research Corporation. Here's another Rockoon, rocket launch balloon. This is a balloon launch return vehicle. That is my head right there. That is my little strawberry blonde hair right there. This thing was a rocket-powered UAV. That's the parachute hanging beneath the balloon above. This is the deck of the C. Michael Calais utility boat arena. That's the deck of the NASA Pearl River barge, 70 feet wide, 200 foot long, still deck on the 20th of June. You could have fried eggs on it in a minute. This was our balloon launch return vehicle. Do I know something about balloons? Yes, I do. And again, this is our Cheap Access to Space Prize rocket that we flew as part of our High Altitude Research Corporation. Yes, I was New Space before anything. This is a scientific paper that I co-wrote with the chief engineer of Raven, which is today Aerostar, the nation's top aerospace balloon manufacturer. Yes, I am on the inside. I know these things. And this is my concept for a sky station that would float in Earth's atmosphere or in the atmosphere of Venus, a mile wide. It could house over 16,000 people. Using what? Yeah, I go through all the math here. This house. More on that later. But I'm going to talk about that house on Earth. Stop share. You don't like that? But hey, I'm trying to change the world. Look, it's not my challenge, objective here to advance space, but you asked me about it. You challenge me, I don't stand down. I don't back down. Call me a liar. I am not a liar. This is my Space Pioneer Award for Space Entrepreneurship. Gregory H. Allison. Awarded to me in 1997. The Space Development Conference in Orlando, Florida. You can look up Space Pioneer Award on Wikipedia. That's the only place in Wikipedia you're going to find my name. This is the award I got for being the founder of the Huntsville, Alabama L5 Society in 1983. It's my third chapter. And this is what my volunteers gave me for chairing the 1993 International Space Development Conference. And that is my placard from chairing the 2 power grid defense conferences. Guys, I care about the world. I'm out here trying to make this world a better place, the world we live on right here. That's why I talk about prepping. That's why I talk about power grid. That's why I tell you guys to get ready. If the only thing you can focus on is what I talk about space, then you've lost the whole point of this channel. This channel is not about that. I do have another channel that is about it. It's called Galactic Gregs. But occasionally people ask me about space. If you ask me about space, I'm going to talk about it. If you challenge it, I'll talk about it then too. So there you go. I showed you a video which showed people moving in every direction possible, like this. You can't do that endlessly without getting wrapped up if you've got a cable around you. You said, oh, everybody's supported by harnesses. Really? So a lot of people take videos and do things to them. Those videos were filmed by old cameras, guys, on an old space station back in 1970s called Skylab. Before we had CGI and all these beautiful things we have today. Before people even thought of such stuff. All right, let me see what people are saying here. Jessica, I was just trying to explain it. I am a space guy. Oh, he's not a troll. He just doesn't believe this stuff. Because why? There's tons of channels that just spank on all the time, constantly. But you know what? They don't have good data. They don't have good data. Need a cup of mugwort tea. Well, Susie Q says he's an instigator. He just He's been led to believe other things. That's all. He's been led to think other things. There's tons of channels out here that claim everything under the sun. Look, how many people bought into that thing, the letter like that that's got one of these things hanging beneath it, you know, and all the stuff they said was going to happen? I had people arguing with me about that over a year ago. I didn't say much about it on this channel because I knew that would be extremely divisive. When so many people bought into it. But yeah, those that know me know I never bought into that junk. Because it didn't add up. But a lot of people did. So like I said, he does it on a pasture site too. Oh, okay, Susie Q. Okay, well then maybe there's more to it than I know. I don't know the guy than what he's saying here. I do know a lot of people, you know, honestly think that this stuff isn't real. And there are videos and other things that try to purport this, that, and the other. I've seen some of that stuff, but that stuff is yeah, concocted and made up, and you know, there's things out there. Thank you, Jessica. Jessica, comment, Greg, we love you. Yeah, life we know is only a tiny fraction of reality. That's right, Vicky. Yeah, I tell you what, you better be careful watching those balloons. You better turn loose. If you hang on too long, it's taking you with it, or maybe your arm. Because when those things go up, they go. Yeah, it's a bomb when both ends are plugged. Yeah, if one end is open, it's a rocket. If both ends are open, it's a jet. How about that? Should show you my little Rockets 101. Yeah, I'm gonna do a Rockets 101 video for galactic graves. Remember freedom, our thoughts of speech. But people don't like our topics and go away. Okay. Yep. Greg, we love you. Your stupid brains. I love Al, says Granny Mama. If there's one person who talks facts to the best of his knowledge, it is this John. Well, thank you, John. Thank you, John. Usually I'm watching you on Brandy's phone. Well, cool. All right, John. Granny Man 1111. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that number pops up a lot. Thank you, Jessa. 2 hours late, it comes. Hello, y'all. You love me in my stupid brain. All right, whatever. Gee, watch NASA channel a lot. 2 days always. The video you showed before, Mark rudely commented, I would just want to say, wow, that you would take pole dancing to hold you. Yikes. What was a rope? Cable. Please don't stop because you make stupid me smarter. Ah, you're not stupid, Jessa. Hey, you're smart enough to be here. Even Mark. He comes here. Let's see what we got. Chew weather. I worked at Boeing in Seattle. You should see what they have in R&D. You know what? I wouldn't doubt it. Thin skin mods will turn your fans away. Well, hey, the main thing I tell my mods is don't take profanity, guys. This is not a channel for profanity. I don't know what you said that got your comments deleted, okay? But don't do profanity in here. That's one of my top rules because this is a family channel. A lot of channels accept that, and that's okay for them. And, you know, that's not. I don't want that on my channel. I don't claim to be a saint neither, not by any stretch of the imagination. But let's keep it clean in here, at least here, okay, guys? All right. Yes, rockets. Those are the rockets I did on the side, so I get my hands dirty. I'm involved and have been my entire career with rockets and space stations. I worked on the International Space Station. I designed a lot of stuff that's in the International Space Station. And things that have flown in space. I got stuff that's flying in space right now. Node 2, Node 3, things that pertain to the utility rails of the International Space Station. Robotic systems integration. These are things I work. All right, Mark says, have any of you, Greg, fanboys, researched NASA fails? We'll have at it, guys. Shelly Meyer, love you. And Goons R Us, I'm out. Okay, Goons R Us, what's wrong, man? Don't feed into Mark's, oh well. Guys will catch it all the time. Helium goes a long way. It does not take you to 100 miles up. I know, I fly balloons. 20 miles is about all you get. I just showed you the balloons I flew. I've flown lots and lots and lots of balloons. So these guys that think that all that stuff's being lofted by balloons, go out and look. All over the world, there are amateur photographers that take pictures of the space station. I mean, there's amateur astronomers that get really good high-res pictures of it. There's no balloon above it. So, Mark, I'm sorry if you think that. But this channel is not about NASA. My Raccoon missions weren't about NASA. This is something we did as a club project on the side. Everything in space is not NASA either. Okay? People have NASA everything. You know, we have a lot of space stuff that happens outside the world of NASA. A whole lot. NASA isn't all there is. So there we go. Brian says he can make a good pasty. There you go. That matters too. This channel is mostly about urban gardening and worm farming and prepping. I cover those things. I try to cover them very well. If you choose to make this channel about NASA and ask me about NASA, I will talk about it because I work that stuff. You ask me about space, I'll talk about that. Space and NASA are not equal to each other. NASA is a government agency that strives to fly things into space and do science about space. It's not the only government agency, and government agencies aren't the only activities and entities doing that. It's been done by all kind of private corporations and even amateur individuals, as we did with our HALO program. Things and organizations outside of NASA, including astronomers, amateur astronomers. They're often the discoverers of comets. In fact, amateur astronomers could discover probably more comets than anybody. So there's a lot of people looking up. So keep looking up. Greg, I came to your channel because of worm farming. I cover worm farming. And I wouldn't even be talking about NASA if you hadn't asked. This is not a NASA channel, but you asked, so I went there. When people ask about these things, I cover them. And I don't lie. Balloons do not go to 100 miles high. They do not make it that high. Okay? I cover gardening. I tell you about wild edibles, wild medicinals. I talk about worm farming. Why you gotta get wrapped all up about that on this channel? If you don't like something, maybe you shouldn't like my Green Greg, my Galactic Greg's channel. But you ask, and I'll talk about it. A lot of people like my space topics, and I'll ask about it in this channel, so I'll tell them what I know. And if you can't accept that, then it is what it is. Now you might notice I get it sometimes on. Sometimes I go to what's his name? Old. You know, what's his name? There's a channel that attacks NASA all the time. And I go on a channel sometimes because there are some things we agree on, and we'll talk about them, and we just don't focus on what we don't agree on. He's also not a fan of Christianity at all. But he and I do see eye to eye on things vis-a-vis the government and some other things, and we talk about that. There's some things we see like on. So we agree about those things, and that's all we deal with when we talk with each other. What is that channel? Oh, come on, guys. You probably some of you know what I'm talking about. I'm getting brain locked right now. Oh, shoot. He's also, one of the channels that kind of circles in these channels we're talking about. And we have joint subscribers. Jeffrey, Come on, guys, hit me up. Jeffrey goes by the Christian Whistleblower. Jeffrey, come on, guys, hit me up. Last name starts with a D. Somebody knows who I'm talking about. Space is fake. Is that what you think, Mark? Ryan says I'm a Star Trek fan. Greg, you could be a saint even under the starberry blonde hair. Thank you, days always. Red Wigglers, please. Yeah, we definitely have worms. So, guys, the worms, I hope to start selling again by the end of, somewhere toward the end of April. Might be sooner or later. We'll just have to see how it all pans out. Uh-oh, Vicky's iPad's about gone. So thank you, Vicky. And 1122 says you're awesome, Greg. Thank you. Thank you, Jessa. Jeffrey Daughtery. That's it, Jim. Jeffrey Daughtery. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, he does all kind of videos against NASA. I plan to take him on one day on that, but there's bigger fish to fry right now. That's not the biggest, hottest topic in the world at the moment, to be honest. So if you want to make a big deal out of it, then, but why? If you want to pick them, and go to Galactic Dregs. But, you know, guys, look, I try to bring you stuff about how to be prepared. I tell you guys, keep your eyes wide open, head on the swivel. You tell me that's not valid? You said you come here for worms. I cover worms. I'll do more on that. So, but sometimes we have to agree to what we agree to. Do you agree with everybody on everything they're all about? You know, I'm sure you got aunts and uncles you disagree with. Does that make you not love them? Yeah, what kind of critical programs? Like welfare? All right, guys. Jesse, the man called me a liar. So I showed him video because he said that all these videos are guys in harnesses. Tell me how those harnesses worked in that Skylab video. I went to the video where I knew the guys had room to move around. Skylab was the space station they had the most room in ever. So they could just move around every which way. So I thought that was the best example to use. Anyway, whatever. You know, it's obvious I'm not going to change your mind. Okay, so much for that. But at least, you know, don't call me a liar because you can see where I'm coming from. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, we agree to disagree sometimes. Exactly. No, he's not Dahmer. I accidentally called him that once. Accidentally, because his name starts with a D. What do I think about Iceland? And we got a volcano up there. It may be about to blow with all the earthquakes they're having. Who knows how bad it's going to be? That's another thing to watch out for. Yeah, there's a lot of government spends money in a lot of stupid ways, guys. Egg worms disagree with me eating citrus and onions, but I still keep them in my stomach. Oh, that's funny. Greg, can you please tell me why we don't have a raw, undoctored pic of our planet? Well, okay, because the space objects, well, there are some that's taken with pure photographic film. There are some, but most of your satellites raster scan things, just like a TV. That's how they do their you know, because they have to broadcast bit by bit their pictures. And that's the way they also photograph things. That's just the way digital systems work. But there are actually photographic film taken by astronauts and by some space probes, especially in the early days. As always, can you please some of the, yeah, you can please some of the people some of the time, but not all the people all the time. And I'm not even going to try. But, you know, I'll try to explain things, you know, if you ask me. Good question, Greg. Okay, Mark. And the tourist Viva says, good morning from Wales, 450. Well, good morning there, Wales. We're about to go. We've been here a lot longer than I meant for us to be tonight. They're not paying to stay on here. We've been on here 3 hours, people. Holy smoke. Holy guac and smoke-a-moly. I think we need to totally ignore the trolls. Well, no, he's not a troll. He's just sees things differently. You know, I'm not going to spank him for that, but, you know, I'm going to defend my case here. He said he came in here for worms, but, you know, he does, you know, my channel covers broad range of topics. When you cover such a broad range of topics, you're going to cover some things that some people don't agree with. It's inevitable. So there you go. Greg is getting 50. Greg is getting 50 tomorrow because I'm pretty sure 50 what? Greg is getting 50 tomorrow because I'm pretty sure I'm me. Pretty sure time. What do you mean, Jessa? Jessa, what are you trying to say? Trolls are not just people that disagree with you. Wake up, mods. Vicky Savage Mark. Your name, me, any program that isn't run by liars. Well, you know, there's a lot of programs, government programs that are run by people who are self-aggrandizing, who just try to advance the program they're running. So. Tell a story. This flat earth thing is designed to divide the Christian community and draw us out a few more people than left with a point. Yeah, you know, I think that whole movement was created by the same guys that brought us Q. I had guacamole and tacos for dinner. All right. Alrighty, folks. Let's call it a night. Let's call it a night. Let's call it a night. So I'm not trying to pick on anyone here. And I recognize that not everybody agrees. But I would say it's not necessary that everybody agree. You shouldn't have to all agree on everything. As long as we, you know, if we're together, we're a family, we find these things that bring us together. Keith, I wouldn't say he's a troll. He just sees things different. Games are us. After you get out of puberty and your mother's basement, you will find more interesting things to do in ways that you can actually start making friends. All right. Yeah, guys, we've been here a long time. We still got 85 in the room. I appreciate that, guys. This summer, I will be firing a laser across a 1 mile stretch of water to show the curve. Okay, James. Very good. No name calling. Yeah, let's don't do name calling. It makes no point. There's no sense in that. Good night, Greg and Swivelhead, says Chewy Weather. Thank you for being here, Chewy Weather. And also thank you for keeping me alert to the weather. That's what Chewy Weather does. And Chewy Weather gives me alerts, like what's going on with weather. Sometimes I'm real busy and maybe not looking up at it. So I appreciate that. I appreciate all you. We've gone really long here tonight. I thank each and every one of you. He knows that don't agree with me. So, everyone, let me go to my main page here. I'm going to say this. Have a great night.